Go. What's good? What's good? Welcome to another episode of the CheckDown. Hey man, listen. Run and get your popcorn, your soda. Yeah, I mean, I know it's still early, but you should have already ate breakfast. You should have already had your day started. Cause this one right here, what? This one gonna be a good one. But they here. This the first one. We had everybody here, man. So we thank everybody for coming out to the CheckDown. What's good, Jamie? How you feeling, bro?
Oh, not much, man. I mean, training camp done started for everybody this week, so I mean, people excited, man. That's it for me.
Hey man, listen, man. Terrence Marshall from LSU, man. That boy making a little noise for me, boy. I'm like, ooh. Don't let me have 4 wide receivers in the room. Well, hey, look, man, y'all might be in trouble, man. Hey. But hey, C. Henry, what's good with you, man?
Chilling, man. Glad to be here, man. Thanks for the invite, man. Ready to talk some NFC North football, baby.
Yeah. Pop, what's happening with you? How you feeling this morning?
I'm chilling. Glad to be back with the people.
Yeah. Simon, what's good, bro?
What's the word, brother? How you living, man?
I can't call it. I spoil it, man. You know what I mean?
Tight shit.
Yeah. Nacho, what's good, bro? How you feeling, bro?
I'm good. I'm just waking up over here, but we good.
Yeah. And the man of the people, man. You know what I mean? Big brother certified, man. From land unknown and shit.
Hey, bro, I can't call it. I'm just, hey, man, it's camp week, so let's go.
Man, it's definitely
Let's get it.
camp.
Yeah, let's go.
I'm ready for football, man. Yeah, I mean, I think I got y'all all on my. Oh, never mind. This ain't got nothing to do with me. This ain't got nothing to do with me. NFC East get to sit back today. We get to relax. But hey, man, we gonna start with C. Henry, man. C. Henry said he got something to say, man. So, coming into the season, obviously everybody talking about the departure of your 8 coaches. You know what I mean? The new regime, but obviously we all respect the talent that you have on the team. What's your expectations going into the season, man? Like with the change.
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. The expectations, man, have not changed whatsoever, man. The Super Bowl a bust for us. We talk about the coaching. There's a couple of key coaches that did leave. We talk about 8, you know what? And some of those guys were kind of ancillary pieces, man. We're talking about an assistant quarterbacks coach. We're talking about some of these guys who were kind of, I don't want to downplay them, but some of these guys were at the level of kind of quality control type guys. We did lose our 2 coordinators. We did lose Terrell Williams, who was our D-line coach, and those are the big losses that I see. But otherwise in that, Kevin Shepard, I think he's ready to step up to the plate. He's the new defensive coordinator. He was elevated from the linebacker spot. From the linebacking coaching spot. He's been kind of groomed for this position for the last 3 or 4 years. He's been on the staff since the inception of Dan Campbell, coming to the Lions. So I think he's ready for the job. And then John Morton is a guy who comes over from Denver, worked under the tutelage of Sean Payton. Also was here in 2022 when Ben Johnson kind of installed his version of the offense. So he has some type of relationship with Goff and some of the other players and some of the coaches on the staff. So really, I think it's a lot of continuity. People say, we lost coaches. We lost our wide receiver coach, but we moved our running back coach over to wide receivers and brought in Tenard Choice. We also brought in Casey Rogers to coach our D-line from Tampa Bay. So we got some quality coaches in place. And I think we did a lot of hiring and promoting from within. So we're going to have a lot of the same concepts and the same continuity and culture in the locker room, man. So I feel good about the coaches, honestly.
Interesting. I mean, hey man, listen. Everybody gotta, they looking at it. It's a lot of coaches gone. Like, obviously, you want to be like, dang, is it gonna be? Do you see any type of layoff coming into the season though? Maybe the first 5, 6.
Maybe some growing pains. There's going to be some new concepts some new ideas. You know, there's going to be, you have to change up some communication because Ben didn't go too far. He is within the, you know what I'm saying, the division. So you got to change some things up. But with that being said, again, it's about the players, man. You know what I'm saying? The X's and O's is cool. I think they'll be okay, but it's also about the Jims and the Joes, man. We got a lot of young talent on that team that is still ascending, in my opinion. So for me, I feel like we have, you know what I'm saying, the players to overcome a little bit of the, you know what I'm saying, the transitional period, and we'll be okay, man. We might be better off.
I have a question because you guys did lose, I think, a very key piece to your offensive line right now. I think he was like the corner piece of your offensive line. Like, how do you feel with a person that potentially will be taking that position in the potential trouble with continuity with your offensive line?
And that's a great question, because if you ask me the one area of concern that I have, it is that interior of that offensive line. We did lose Kevin Zeitler as well. He was basically a Pro Bowl alternate last year. And as you mentioned, Frank Ragnow, who was a All-Pro, a second-team All-Pro. Those are two, you know, definitely linchpins in the middle of our offensive line. And right now, we don't know exactly who is going to replace him. We got a couple of names that, you know, I can throw out there. Chris Mahogany, 6th-round pick out of Boston College, who started a couple of games last year, including the playoff game. Had a very, very strong showing for us last year, and I think that he was going to push for a starting position this year anyway. I thought he was going to challenge Glasgow for one of those guard spots. Now I think he's thrust kind of solely into that left guard spot. We're trying to look at Glasgow and Tate Rutledge, who was a 2nd-round pick out of Georgia, at the other guard and center spot. Those guys have been kind of alternating. Tate Rutledge played in the spring at center. He's never played the position before in college, but he played in the spring at center in the mini camps. He started off the first 3 or 4 days of camp with no pads at center. We had an off day, but we got the pads on now. And the first day of pads that we had pads back on, we went with Glasgow at center. So it's still a work in process. Those are the 3 names who are getting the first shot at it. We also have a guy, Coyote Awosika. He's been on our backup for us for, I think, 3 or 4 years now. He's got some spot starts. So he's a quality NFL lineman, can be possibly a stopgap for us this year. And we did go out and sign a Tristan Colon, a backup guy who's got, I think, 15 career starts under his belt on the interior line. So it's a work in progress. And I'm just eager to see, you know, what we can do. One of our coaches that we didn't lose was Hank Fraley. He's considered one of the best offensive line coaches in the league. And I'm hoping that he can work his magic with these young guys, man, and we can at least have a competitive, stout front, man, to protect Goff, because we know he doesn't move too well in the pocket.
Hey, bro, I respect what you said though, like about the expectations. I agree with you. So would you say like the ceiling is the expectation?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Okay. So what would your floor be? Like, what's the worst case scenario?
It's hard to think about the worst case scenario. If somebody gets hurt, you know, the bottom falls out. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm not even. No, I wasn't. It's coaching.
So you know, I know I've been in spaces with, you know, I know you keep bringing that coaching thing up. I'm not really worried about that. I'm not. I think that maybe there may be a slow transition period, but I like what John Morton is talking about. Again, he was here at the beginning of the installation, so he has experience with a lot of the players. Yeah. He has experience with Goff. He's worked under some wonderful coaches. He's coming over from Sean Payton, and we just saw what he did with that offense in Denver. So he's a guy who comes from a varied background. Also, he's homegrown, man. Yeah. He's from right here in the state. He went to Western Michigan. He's a former wide receiver. And I don't know if you guys know about, I'm a little older, but back in the day when he played, they played in a very, very wide open offense, man. They were one of the first teams to run the wide open spread, man, over there at Western Michigan. So I think that through his own career and through his coaching tutelage, he has a lot of different ideas, man. And I'm eager to see what he can do with this team. And again, he's got all the pieces. We work out the interior of that line. He's got all the pieces. So
don't be disrespecting Mitt like that, bro. Don't be disrespecting Mitt like that.
Let me ask you like this. I agree with you. I think Detroit got the second overall best roster in the league. I think Philly is third and Baltimore is first. So all of the new coaches got a lot of good shit to work with. Okay.
Yeah.
If the shit go right, you could win what? 13, 14 games?
You know what? I don't predict 14, 15 wins. That shit just
Oh,
happened.
so what's your ceiling?
I'm a 12 win guy. I didn't predict
12.
15 wins
Okay,
last
that's
year.
good. No,
I'm a
12 win
win
the
guy.
division.
Yeah, 12 win guy.
Let's say go ahead.
I'm sorry, we played the AFC North. We played the NFC East, who are arguably, the toughest divisions in football. And then we got the NFC North, who I'll arguably say is probably the third toughest division in football. So there's going to be a little bit of drop off there.
Potentially.
And what nobody predicting 15 wins last year. So again, the standard's the standard. I picked 12 last year. I'm picking 12 this year with no Ragnar, with no Zeitler. But I feel like the young guys that we have, the J-Mos, the Jack Campbells, the Jameer Gibbs, you know what I'm saying, and so on and so on.
So what's
those guys have
your
not
floor?
peaked out yet.
What's
there
your
ain't
floor?
no flow. There ain't no flow, man. It's 12, man. But
you gotta win a minimum of game. What's your minimum?
10 whatever we need to get in the playoffs. Whatever we need to qualify for the playoffs.
I mean, like
he said 10 and 12.
So the floor is 10.
If you say so, my nigga.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna put 10, but I'm gonna put my name beside it.
If you say so.
JMIK, bro.
I want us to
what you got going on?
Hey, listen, bro. I know we talking about the North, but I got the same expectations about my team. I don't care that you brought in that. Okay, you hit on a lot of your rookies from last year.
No, we didn't.
That don't mean. No, I'm talking about. Huh?
Actually, we didn't.
No, I'm talking about me. I'm talking about me. I'm saying
how we get on the West?
No, that's what I was saying. I got the same expectations for my team. Okay. I don't care that you brought in young players. That was last year. You got to do if that's what you're going to do, you got to do it again. And they're putting even more emphasis on this year's rookie class. I don't give a fuck. My expectations are still the same. I went to NFC Championship game in Santa Clara. That's what I expect with this roster. So I understand where you're coming from.
With you having 3 teams though making the playoffs, and we know what's going on with Minnesota right now. They're trying to work JJ McCarthy in as a starting quarterback, but do you see that happening again? Like potentially one or more teams coming out of your division?
It very well could. Like I said, you see, I said the East, I said the NFC East, the AFC North, and to me the NFC North is right there. And like you say, the depth of our division could put us over the top. You know what I'm saying? To be honest with you, we don't know what Chicago's going to do, and I'm a Michigan fan too, so I have some faith in JJ. And to me, JJ went to the best possible situation he can go to. But with that said, I thought Caleb did, last year too. But it didn't work out like that. So we got to see him play. But yeah, this division is tough. We're tough. Green Bay is tough. You say you talk about our the talent on our roster. I can arguably say if you take out the quarterback spot, Minnesota's roster is right there. Respectfully,
they're for sure.
Right
they
there.
top 5.
Yeah, I could definitely
they top 5.
agree.
You know what I mean? So and then with Green Bay, got 3 great GMs. I'm still rooting for. I'm pro black, so I'm still rooting for Ryan Poles to be okay. But we got 3 great GMs. We got 3 great coaches here, and maybe 4. And it's a very, very, competitive division from top to bottom. So that's why I say it's hard to say 13, 14 wins, especially with that schedule. That would be egotistical of me. 12 may be a little bit too much, but that's where I see us kind of being if we stay fairly healthy.
So I do have a question, right? So like for me, when I look at the Lions offensively, I don't really worry. Like I know we talked about you got a new OC, but the amount of talent that you have on that side of the ball, I think you'll be cool. And like when I look back at last year, like your downfall to me was on defense. You had a bunch of injuries last year, not at the start, but towards the middle, towards the end of the year. A lot of guys were out. And then even starting this year, you are starting to get some injuries early. Like I think you have a D tackle that's out for the year already. Terrion tweaked something the other day. So as far as your defense, does that kind of concern you that you guys might be on the same path that you were last year?
Terrion, cool. Terrion, he's back at practice. Knocked J-Mo's helmet out the other day. So yeah, he back out there. We lost Levi Onwuzurike, like you said, to an ACL injury, and he was kind of he was a godsend to us last year because he was able to step up on that strong side end and help out when not only Aiden Hutchinson but also Marcus Davenport went down. So he was cool, and he gives us that position versatility to play inside and out. That's gonna hurt us because we're not gonna have Aleem McNeil probably to the middle of the year.
Okay.
We did bring in Tyleik Williams, a draft pick from Ohio State. He's been promising so far from all the reports from camp. But, you know, so far, I don't mind the little injuries, the little knick-knack injuries early in the camp. Check back with me like August 10th, August 12th, August 15th. Because to me, these guys getting back into real football shape and having to come out here and work out, they're going to, tweak some stuff, pull some stuff, hopefully don't tear anything. But let's check back in a couple of weeks and see where they are. Besides Levi, that's the only major injury that we've had really here. And to me, he was kind of we re-signed. He was a free agent this year. Re-signed him. I was on the fence about that. I know what he did last year, but he also had 4 years of play before that where he really didn't show up for us, and he was a second-round pick. That's one of the picks that Brad didn't hit on. So I didn't have him as a frontline player. I knew he would probably play a decent role for us early in the season because Aleem is not going to be here. But with Davenport still healthy, with Aiden back, with the development of Tyleik Williams, and we did bring in a guy from Arizona, Ray Lopez, to play at the defensive tackle spot to kind of add some beef and some depth there. So I think we'll be okay.
And it sounds good to me.
For sure. And my question kind of bleeds off of what you just said, C. Henry. What's a second or third year player on offense and defense you're looking to take that step for your team this year?
Listen here, man. I'm big on fantasy football, man. And I'm just gonna say it, man. Right now, and I think it's year 4, but he was hurt the first 2 years. But you got to look at JMO a little bit. I'm sorry I'm getting low because he's kind of one of my sleepers. I'm trying to keep this low. You say this going out to 200 people. Definitely look at JMO because JMO has gone through that maturation process. His mind is right, his body is right. And again, John Morton, man, is a former wide receiver. One of the first things he did when he got here, he set out to unlock JMO. JMO is saying that he's running a lot more routes than he was allowed to run in the Ben Johnson offense. And again, a lot of folks don't know this. Amon Ra had a little bit of a knee injury this offseason, had a little bit of a cleanup. He was at practice. He was out there doing it, but he wasn't quite, out there getting all the reps that he normally gets. So this might be a time for JMO to take that next step, man. So definitely look at JMO. Defensively, I'm gonna tell you, Jack Campbell, man. We got a little bit of a hold-in situation, if you will, with Alex Anzalone. He's not getting the attention that Terry McLaurin gets. But with that being said, Dan Campbell did come out and make a declaration that, hey, this is Jack Campbell's defense. He's gonna have the green dot this year, and going forward, man, he's gonna be the guy. So those are two guys that I will point out, offensively and defensively, who could have breakout years for us this year.
Hey man, Samo Nacho, y'all can definitely chime in too, man. This is y'all division. You know what I mean? We don't want to control the narrative.
Have some hate. Have a little bit of hate.
Look, trust and believe. The hate is brewing over here. I'm letting you dig yourself a hole. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, y'all feel free to tap in, man. Shit,
yeah, for real. I'm like, you got questions or anything, man?
Yeah.
They might know this already. They might know they playing for second place already. They already may know.
Oh. I got a question. How do you plan to deal with Jared Goff crashing out again?
You know what? I don't know. You know what? I don't feel like he's gonna have a couple bad games a year, flat out. That's just built in the makeup. You know what I'm saying? I think that when you look at the game in Houston last year, that was one he definitely melted down in. The game in Buffalo, I won't say he melted down, but he had some of his not his finest moment, in those games. But I think in Buffalo, we were able to kind of, alter it a little bit because we stuck to our identity and kept to the run. Washington, hey man, I think he was concussed the second half. I'm not gonna lie. I think when he threw that pick and he got hit, I don't think he was the same player. But at the same time, I also don't think that Ben Johnson went into protective mode for him. And I know we should know, some people feel like they don't have to protect their quarterback and their players at times, but it's like sometimes, listen, we getting 7 yards a pop running the football. Our defense needs some rest. We got to run the football, lean into that. We can't get too cute and start doing all the reverses and have JMO throwing the damn ball. That's what we can't do. And I think that one thing that may come from us losing Ben is that we're going to get, it might not be as innovative. It might not look as cute from time to time, but I think it's going to be more efficient. I think it's going to make more sense. You know what I'm saying? So With that being said, I like what Ben did. Again, he did a great job putting all the pieces together. I think he has a great mind for football. I think he's a great X's and O's coach. The question for him and for you is to see if he can be a manager of men, because he really didn't have to do that here. He had kind of other guys who were on the team that kind of kept the team in line, and he was just like a boy genius. And a lot of folks respected him for his genius. But sometimes some folks, hey, you got to show me. You know what I'm saying? And can he do that? We'll see. Caleb throwing them picks, though. We can talk. Let me know when we can talk about that. Caleb throwing them picks in practice.
Hey, listen. Let me tell you. I'm glad you brought that up because
better in practice than the NFC Championship game, right?
What's up?
It wasn't even that. He said he'd rather it happen in practice than the NFC Championship.
Oh man.
Well, listen, man, you got to crawl before you walk. Shit.
But hey, nah, look, because hey, now you know, I'm gonna bring this example up. This ain't a shot. Maybe it's like a slight shot, but y'all remember that preseason or that training camp? I think it was either 1 or 2 years ago. They was talking about, oh, Jalen Hurts is perfect, no picks thrown in training camp.
Came out of one in every first 4 games.
Yeah, first 4 or 5 games. Pick. Get them picks out now. Don't do that in the season. I can live. Hey, throw picks to your guys. The points don't count. The picks don't count. It's just, hey, it happened. It happened in training camp. I can live with that. In the game, that's way more different. It count. It changes how the game is going. So throw them right now. Get them out the way. I ain't tripping on that.
Yeah. Nah, yeah. I would definitely rather him throw him right now.
You practice how you play.
I mean,
Go either way, pretty much.
I don't know because I think that especially in this league where it's a little bit like we've seen the league evolve to where guys can do certain things in and out of practice and in and out of games. So I get what you're saying, and I respect that sentiment. But at the end of the day, in a awful season, my guy still threw 20 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. That's a great ratio. I'm not mad at that. Obviously, I like to see him throw more touchdowns, throw less picks, but, you know, part of the game. So hopefully we just see him learn how to, you know, read the defense better, slow the game down for him to where he's comfortable and, you know, make the right reads on the passes. So, I mean, I'm not mad at that completely. But, hey, it's a learning curve because I think, especially with my team, when it comes to the media, you know, they love to make a headline, oh, Chicago this, Bears that. This is his technically, basically with Ben Johnson, this is his 4th offensive coordinator going into year 2. We had Shane Waldron got fired. We had another guy got dismissed. Then we had Eberflus get fired. The guy who was our offensive coordinator who got promoted from Shane Waldron being fired was made head coach. So he had another one. So this is basically his 4th play caller in less than a calendar year as a pro football player. Name another guy who has to do that coming into the league. Right. It's different. So it's going to be a learning curve. It's a rookie head coach. This is year 2 for Caleb. So, it borderline is almost a rookie year, but obviously not, you know, when it comes to technicality.
Nigga, but this sounds like the excuses Olympics. What's going on?
No. People say excuses or people say picks. Here's my thing, too. And this is what, again, when I say the media doesn't cover. This is the 4th / kind of 5th year for some of our guys on defense playing together as a unit. We've had the same defensive core for a hot minute, right? This is a brand new offense. We got a new wide receiver core outside of DJ and Rome. We got a new tight end. We have a completely shifted O-line. We have a new running back room outside of DeAndre Swift and Roshan. So we have a 3rd guy who's probably going to get rotated in. So again, and we have a rookie head coach.
She got a lot of talent too, dog.
Oh, okay, then I think.
Like, come on now. Like I get what you're saying, but y'all got you got a lot of talent over there too, dog. Yeah. Like what we talking?
What's going on with Burton? What's going on? Y'all signing? What's up with him?
You said with who?
Luther Burton.
Oh no, we signed him. He's just had that ticky-tack hamstring injury since OTA, so he's not practicing still. I'm not too worried about it. Like if you know my team history, look. The floor is you have to be better than Kevin White. And if you know who Kevin White is or was, It's.
I remember Kevin White.
Hey, bro.
Okay,
like,
then.
Kevin White
That's
is
what
like
a floor at?
remember, man.
Damn,
Like,
bro.
yeah.
Look,
He on the
Yeah.
floor.
Yeah.
again,
Kevin White
you
was
gotta
terrible, bro.
understand. Let me put it like this. You know how they talk about Chicago never had a quarterback, 4,000 passes. You know who our greatest wide receiver in our franchise history probably is?
Brandon Marshall.
Brandon Marshall. Okay, then y'all know a thing or two. Then see, look, Brandon Marshall, and he wasn't
bad though.
But no, he wasn't bad. He. But you got to remember, like, outside of defense,
You're not the reason y'all ain't never had no 4,000 yard passer though.
I'm aware. No, what I'm saying is, people talk about you ain't had a quarterback like
DJ Moore ain't
there's
the
a
reason
lot.
either. I mean,
There's a lot of positions on our team we haven't had like
Jeffrey.
generational play. Hey, Alshon, look, that bum went to the Eagles and decided to win a Super Bowl there. Forget folks, or whatever. But no, okay, I love Alshon. I just hate that he said we're gonna win a Super Bowl next year, and he did it on the wrong team. But my thing is just like we when it comes outside of running back and defense, we really haven't had generational players at other positions, and people don't like our greatest wide receiver is a trade we made for, and we only had him for 3 years with Brandon Marshall. Our greatest quarterback pre-Caleb Williams was Jay Cutler, another person we traded for. Our homegrown talent outside of certain positions, it hasn't worked well for us for how long? And this is a 100-year-old team. So again, it's a weird learning curve.
See, I do it a different way. Like, yeah, y'all may have not had the top end talent, but to me, over the years, at least as long as I've been watching football, to me, I think it's y'all offensive schemes ain't really innovative. They never really, They never really have been. It's just it'd be this. I don't want to call it boring shit, but it'd be this run pass shit.
Call a spade. I ain't mad. Look, again,
like
sometimes it ain't the X's and the O's. Sometimes it's the drafting of I don't even know what his name was, but instead of Mahomes, what's my name y'all drafted instead of Mahomes?
Oh, Mitch Trubisky.
Yeah, see, sometimes
that nigga.
Sometimes it ain't got nothing to do with the X's and the O's. It's the Jims and the Joes that you keep choosing.
Hey, Samo. I never understood that shit.
Hey,
look, I know you didn't either, but God damn, I know you had to be kicking your TV at that point.
Listen, I just looked at it. I said, you know what? This team done hurt me more times than I can count, so it's just another scar. But Ryan Pace was who he was, and as soon as we got rid of him, we started to get contractually and financially, we got a lot better. Because my thing with people who are impatient with polls, by the way, I love the re-signing of his contract. Happy with that. He spent 13 years with KC before he got to Chicago. And what did KC do with him after a certain point? They started winning. So again, it's not a overnight process. When a rebuild happens, we live in a microwave culture. 2 minutes, so it's got to be fat. A true blue rebuild, realistically, is going to take you about 3 to 5 years.
Let me ask you something, man. Let me ask you.
Rebuild though, Samo.
What's the word?
How long Ryan been there?
I want to say he was there when Justin Fields was there. I believe he drafted Justin Fields, so that would be 2021.
So you're going on 5 years then.
So a lot of folks don't get to draft 2 quarterbacks. A lot of folks don't have that right. And again, I'm pro black. You also brought up that Kansas City point. I just want to say, you see this hat right here? See, we at one time had hired some folks from a real winning organization too. We went right over there to JMIK and them boys, and we got Matt Patricia and Bob Quinn, who had a long stint.
He didn't draft Justin Fields.
They have been picking good players and making good free agent
acquisitions. Henry, listen. He don't even. Hey, look, no.
I think I'm off by a year or two.
No, he got there.
You might want to get Dorsey.
2022. Okay.
Hey, Henry. He didn't get there till 22. He didn't get there.
2020. Okay, so I was off by a year. Okay.
So basically, when they start making the change in the structure of the team, is basically when he got there. When y'all start bringing in the DJ Moores and shit like that.
Hey, look, you see what C. Henry said, but now let me show y'all something real quick and name any other team that ain't gone through this cycle where we draft a quarterback, fire a lame duck coach from the year before, get a new coach, we get rid of the quarterback we drafted, draft a new quarterback, Get rid of the lame duck coach from head. We did that 3 times. We did that with Mitch Trubisky. We did that with Justin Fields. Caleb Williams is now the third in that cycle where we drafted a new quarterback and got rid of the head coach that was there last year. You can't have no foundation or structure with that. That's the biggest problem.
So one more question. I'm gonna fall off.
Go ahead.
How many of those did Ryan draft and fire?
Draft and fire what? Coaches?
Coaches and player. The whole cycle you just how many cycles he been responsible for?
You want to know something funny? The only head coach that Ryan Poles hired was Ben Johnson. Because, and again, I'm gonna explain that.
He basically adapted the other guys.
Yeah, because what people don't understand, Virginia McCaskey's son, I always forget his name, but he's one of the top dogs in the organization. I forget his position title, like executive football decision operations, whatever guy. Before, and this is where the fans had an issue. Before they hired Ryan Poles, they were the ones interviewing for the head coach, and people were like, "Why are you not getting your GM first, then letting him pick his head coach?" They broke down the candidates to 3 candidates. It was Matt Eberflus and 2 others. Then they hired Ryan Poles and said, "Ryan Poles, pick from these 3 guys, which we want for a possible head coach." Mm-hmm. Hustling backwards already. That was the issue right there. One.
So I don't like that, and I'm gonna be upfront. I don't like that was done to him. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, I only hear that in his case, but that was also Brad Holmes' case, where the president and the owner interviewed the coaches and the GM candidates, and basically decided who the coach was and who the GM was, and basically brought them together on some can y'all work together. And that's basically
horrible, no chemistry.
But Dan didn't really have didn't really have a bunch of other opportunities.
Right.
And Brad didn't really have a bunch of other opportunities. So of course, hey man, we're gonna make this work because hey, where else we gonna do? And it's worked out for us. But I do not agree with that style of hiring, and that seems to only been to be done when there's somebody of color sitting in that GMC.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So to answer your question, going back to that, so Ben Johnson is technically the first coach that Ryan Poles has ever got to hire and pick his guy. Caleb Williams is the first quarterback that he got to pick and be his guy. So, people want to make blemishes or make concerns or complaints about Ryan Poles, but again, we were in contractual hell with a lot of these old contracts. He got rid of them. He picked up guys like Cole Kmet, Darnell Wright, Tyreek Stevenson. I believe he got Kyler Gordon in 2023. So again, we have a lot of pieces that are good, that are like foundational pieces. He re-signed what's his name? TJ Edwards to a great team contract. So again, it's like y'all want to sit there and not saying y'all obviously, but it's like the media wants to sit there and be like, oh, the Bears this and Ryan Pope. It is a process, bruh. The Lions just got back good after how long?
Who drafted Tevin Jenkins? I just want to
know. Tevin Jenkins? I believe that was
Poles, wasn't it?
I have to check. I believe.
Okay.
We got rid of him.
He's only to his his 4th or 5th year, isn't
he? I believe Tevin Jenkins was drafted in the same draft with Justin Fields, so that would have been Ryan Pace.
Okay, Ryan Pace. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so I kind of have this question for you, talking about the Bears and stuff. So, the Bears made a bunch of offseason moves in terms of trades, trying to shore that offensive line. My question is, are you giving the credit in making those trades to Ben Johnson or to the GM? That would be my question, because I was kind of curious about that.
Honestly, I would give that more of a split, because when it comes to certain situations or certain coaching, y'all can agree that there are people that certain coaches want to play for, or not play for, work with and draft with. And that Matt Eberflus was not that kind of coach. We all seen that on paper. We've seen that in execution.
Yeah.
Ben Johnson was highly sought after. And when I saw all the coaching hires after that, I'm like, okay, this is Ben Johnson, because we never had anybody like that show interest in our team, because we're one of those teams where it's a my way or the highway ownership, and a lot of coaches really don't mesh with that, A lot of GMs don't mess with that. And then when we got Ben Johnson in there, that's when Ryan Poles came in and said, "Oh, this who do you want? Which guys do you want? Let me revamp this old line for you. Let me draft these players for you." So they working in tandem. It already feels a lot better out the gate. And it obviously we haven't seen nothing yet, but from a front office viewpoint, it feels a lot better. Like what's old boy's name from the Joe Tooney? Joe Tooney, right?
Yeah.
He is our first all-pro lineman by career since Olin Kreutz.
Jeez, that's a long time, isn't it?
Okay then.
Yeah, so it kind of bleeds into my question. Like, so that's why I asked the question, because me talking to people and about sports and stuff like that. Like, everyone I talked to, like myself also, I thought it was, I was giving the credit to Ben Johnson, because if you look at the Lions, like that's the Lions key on the trenches a lot. Like they always draft trenches players. Like they got some of the best trenches in the league, but they'll continue to build on it just to have that depth. So that's what I thought. Like y'all got Ben Johnson, y'all traded for Tooney. A lot of people in my I'm a Patriot fan. Like a lot of people want us to trade to get Tooney back, because obviously we drafted him.
Right.
So I mean, but some of y'all, like y'all moves on the old line, I like the moves, because I mean, let's just be honest. I mean, like your old line was dog shit last year, and I'm not one of the people that blame Caleb 100%, because the old line, it just going into the season, everybody was like, oh, well, this is the a rookie quarterback is the best situation he coming into, and I personally think a lot of people just did not look at the offensive line and it just wasn't a talented offensive line. I think a lot of people overlooked that. And I think when Ben came in, Ben was like, okay, well, we know the offensive line was dog shit. We're going to do everything we can, before the draft to shore up this offensive line. And I think, from me not being a Bears fan, looking from the outside, it looks as if they've shorted up, enough. That's the way it looks. I got to see them play. But for right now, like, from outside looking in, like, it looks like their offensive line should be better. So now I could judge Caleb better, to me.
Yes. That's like when it comes to the Bears, like I tell people it's so hard. All of them Twitter accounts, all the PFF, even the big media, all that, you cannot take their word at face value, because going into last season, even with Caleb, I said our O-line is still horrible. That was the same O-line Justin Fields had, and we saw how that went with him. Okay. I said our D-line is shaky. We have, outside of Montez Sweat, we don't have consistent pressure. Going into last year's, before the season, I saw PFF rank our O-line 12th. I said, in what world? In what world are we the 12th best line in the league? And lo and behold, when it came down to it, I'm kind of a numbers guy. $22 million. That was what we spent totally on our entire O-line last year, the second cheapest O-line in the league. Who can succeed with that? And as you can clearly see, Caleb almost broke the record for the most sacks by a rookie in the season. Yes, some were on him. I can admit that. But a lot of the times, what person, seasoned veteran or rookie, can do anything when as soon as they call hike, it's one or two guys in their face? You can't do that. And we in a division where we have historically good defenses: Green Bay, the Lions, and the Vikings. What's the defensive coordinator in Minnesota? Mark Flores, number one blitzing defense in the league last year. What are we supposed to do? The Packers, they have historic D linemen. What are we supposed to do with a line where, again, we call hike, and then it's funny you brought up Tevin Jenkins. Tevin Jenkins will give you one or two series. He's out for 4 games. I'm glad we got rid of him. We had our guards switching in, playing at center. It's like, bro, we have a ticky-tack bubblegum wrap O-line. We can't do much with it. But now we invested in it with Ben Johnson and Ryan Poles. Like you said, I feel a lot better with it.
So what's your ceiling for the team's success? Considering that y'all are, in the NFC North, which I think, to what has been said, is turning into a very stout division. Like, that's not an easy division to go through.
Yep.
And you did have 3 teams come out of there in the playoffs. So what do you expect your team to do?
I'm going to give you a floor and I'm going to give you a ceiling to start off. I say our floor, because we won, 5 games last year total?
Mm-hmm.
Our floor, I'll give us at the lowest we get 8 wins.
Oh snap! It's gonna get interesting.
And at our ceiling, I might be a little overzealous, but I think we can compete. I'm gonna give us 11 wins.
Oh snap!
I know. I ain't saying we go. I ain't saying we going
after
from
all that copium, after all that, you know what I'm saying? You set us up. You set us up now. I thought we was going to a funeral. And here you gonna talk about 8 and 11. I mean, I was almost asleep over here.
Nah,
you woke me up with that shit.
Look, because here's my thing.
There goes Nacho. Did Nacho hear what he said? Hey, Nacho, just so you say, the Bears floor is 8 to 10, ceiling is 11.
Yeah,
I just got back.
Yeah.
How's my audio now?
Oh yeah, it's good.
Oh, good.
Okay. I had to move downstairs to the computer. My fucking phone was overheating. And that's the story of my life. 8 to 11 wins.
Stop using those track phones, brother.
Oh man.
No, so my reasoning for that. Okay, we won 5 games last year. Yes, I know that's low, but let's look at the intrinsic details real quick. Outside of the second game with the Lions, if I remember correctly, because I looked this up, outside of the second game, all our division games, maybe one more. I think also the second game with Minnesota, but so maybe 2 games. Most of our division games, though, were decided by 1 score. We lost by that field goal in overtime to the Vikings. We beat the Packers by a field goal in the second game. You know, we lost to that that Thanksgiving loss against the Lions because of Matt Eberflus being a dumbass. So, you know, but all them games, as bad as we were close. And that was with a, you know, on paper, a worse team. We've upgraded our team, I think, and like you said, our division is competitive. I think it's going to be a lot closer than people want to acknowledge. But again, you know, we essentially the lap the stock of that division. That's cool. I can accept that, whatever. But we still find ways to compete, you know? So we have that. And then we do have a tough division outside of our division. We play the Bengals, the Ravens, Steelers.
Oh, yeah, we're going to pack you up, though. We're going to pack you
up. The North and the East.
Funny guy. We play the Eagles.
I think the Eagles going to pack you up. We're going
to it sound good. But
hey man, what's Ben Johnson record versus me, man? I don't give a damn. Where he went?
0-0 right now. He did that as a line. It's 0-0. It reset. You know, it's like
better team.
Reset every new year.
Better quarterback, better O-line, better running backs. Shit, I would have been more scared if he was still with them. Shit.
It sounds.
I got a question. I got a question, man.
What's up, man?
With this Caleb stuff, man.
Yes, sir.
First of all, do you think he will adapt to the offense, playing on time, playing under center, having to turn his back to the line? Will he adapt to that? And also, does he have the mental fortitude to deal with some tough coaching? Because it sounds like, you know, being over there, you know, not treating him with kid gloves, man. Took him off the field the other day. So what's his mental makeup, and can he adapt to playing on time?
Got you. So with the mental part, I want to address that first. What Ben Johnson did, like outside of, you know, like actual playing that I love, he focused on like the body language and how players adapt to not being in favorable situations. You saw last year where it looked like DJ Moore was visibly upset. Caleb Williams looked defeated. You know, players just look pissed, right? He addressed that. That's one of the first things he addressed. That's what some of the players said in their interview. They said, oh, yeah, you know, he told us, hey, get in line. If the game ain't going our way, you don't let that show. You don't show that look of defeat. You hold your head high and you go out there and you play to the highest degree you can. I love that. With Caleb, he said, my purpose with Caleb is to make him grow as a quarterback, but I also want to slow the game down for him to a point where he's making them play his game of football, not the other way around when he's on the field. So he's hammering home the point, mental execution, getting it done. Like you seen with the first training camp, what was it, last Wednesday or this Wednesday, excuse me. They said he sent the first team players, he sent them out the field because they weren't getting the snap count right, they weren't lining up right, all of that. I like that. That's football, man. Like, hey, if you're not doing your job, next man up who actually knows what the hell he's doing. And this is the first team rep starters doing this. So I'm not mad at that. Like you hammering the point home, like, hey, we have to be we as strong as our weakest link. We all one unit. So play together, get it right, get it done. So I definitely think he's hammering home on that point with Caleb. Because I'm gonna just say with the numbers too, since people, you never had a 4,000-yard passer. He threw for 3,500 yards in a horrendously broken season. Multiple coaches, this, that, and the third. Pure dysfunction, right? Still found a way to get 3,500. This is a more structured team now, I would like to believe. This is a better team on paper. We got to see an execution. I like for him to take the progressive leaps in reading defenses, making better decisions. I really want him to improve on his deep ball passing. I noticed that within the first 3 to 4 games, his deep ball passing was very shaky. I want him to improve on that immensely. So there's that. But I also want him to just understand that, like, while there is pressure on you, you don't have to intrinsically put that pressure on yourself in game. Like, hey, just go out there, play to the best of your abilities. Because if you look at some of the highlights of last year, he was making some insane throws, rolling out, making the right reads, making the right cuts, knowing when to run, knowing when to pass. He was doing that.
He also made some unnecessary plays too, though.
Very, very true. Just like every other quarterback as well. So I get that. But hey, he was a rookie though. It's a learning curve. He's understanding that, hey, I don't have to make this throw. Or the biggest thing too, if the play is not there, throw the ball away. I think that's more of an issue with these younger guys coming in, because Justin Fields had that same issue where they always try to make the big play or make a play. Brother, if the play is not there, I'd rather you throw the ball away and keep our yardage instead of losing 5 to 10 yards trying to make a play that's not there. Just throw the ball away, reset. It's fine. So I think Caleb is going to make the necessary leaps. I think he's gonna get the mental aspect of it down right, and we just got to see it execute when it actually happens, when the season starts.
All right. Well,
okay,
he was drafted. He was drafted where he was at to be who he needed to be. So if he don't,
and he's got a better O-line this year too. So hey, we got to see what we can do. I think. Sorry, going back to the O-line real quick before I forget. Funnily enough, I think the weakest part of our line is Braxton Jones. Not in the fact that he can't do what he's supposed to do. Like Tevin Jenkins, his health has always been an issue. He can go out there, do what he needs to do blocking wise, and make the right read. But then it's like, damn, you out there for 2-3 series, you missing the next 2-3 games. We got Ozzie Trapillo though. If I said his name right, I hope I did. But we got Ozzie. He's a unit, and I would like for him to get that starting spot, because then we got Darnell Wright, who's on his 3rd year. We got Ozzie, rookie, and then we have our seasoned vets all in the interior. I like that lineup.
And I really forgot that y'all drafted Ozzie out of BC too. Man, I completely forgot about that.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What's your expectations for the defense now being driven by Dennis Allen?
Well, me and Dennis, we go way back to when he got hired, right? So, I expect my boy to definitely use his pieces, because I'll show some grace with Eberflus. Surprisingly, while he wasn't a great head coach, he knew how to scheme a defense. So, but these guys on defense are very coachable. I think Dennis is very personable when it comes to the guys. I've heard some good things from the guys in their interviews saying, like, Dennis holds us accountable, but he also plays to our strengths. He helps us, make the proper adjustments, and he lets us be who we are as defensive players. So we have our captains with Jalen, Tez. I think, and again, this is the 4th or 5th year with pretty much most of these guys all being together. So they're a much more established unit than our offense. It's not going to be as much of a learning curve. They just going to come out here and execute and do what they do, because they know our defense has always been our strong suit as a team. So they're gonna hold some pride with that and do what they got to do.
Nacho, you real quiet down there, man. What's going on? I mean, listen, I've been around Nacho a lot. He ain't cut in or cut off or nothing yet. He ain't put no.
I mean, you're being real respectful right now.
Yeah, what's going on? Nacho, you must be finishing in 3rd place. You must just be okay with this.
I won a Super Bowl from the 6th seed, and I won a Super Bowl from the 1st seed.
My God.
There's not like
this how this nigga start?
There's not like a
Historical reference.
I'm trying to beat. Oh, I hope I could beat. Oh, let's the divisions. It is what it is. I don't need to interrupt anyone. I want to let everyone get their points across. And plus, I was figuring out this whole situation. Computer got turned off right as I started the last time, so hopefully we'll work through this one. The Lions are the Lions. I understand the sentiment that C. Henry says. Their talent is evident. You can see it. It is there. There's nothing to say discouraging about a fully healthy Lions team. I am a big proponent of continuity and consistency. Now, do I think that the full season they will be trash or not be able to get it done? No, I don't believe that. There's just too much talent on that team, and for what it's worth, the rah-rah of Dan Campbell just it gets under people's skin in a way that they want to win regardless of where they're at. So to me, I think there is going to be some lackluster to begin the season because of the fact that this isn't the same system on offense and on defense. Now you did lose ancillary pieces. I get that they're not main guys, but those were the guys in and every practice and in every game, reiterating what the coordinators wanted them to do. This is why you're doing what Ben Johnson wants you to do. This is why you're doing what Aaron Glenn wants you to do day in and day out. There's now you're going to have to figure out what the new OC, what the new DC wants. I'm not saying it's going to take a set of weeks or however long it may take, but it will take time. I believe because we have the continuity and the consistency that bodes well for us early in the season. I like playing the Lions early. I don't want to play them in a sense of don't quote unquote late in the season because if they do get it, that is a tough team to beat when they're talented and they get it. And we saw that 15-2 is evident of that. So I don't. I don't have a. They're going to be a dog shit team. They're going to miss the playoffs kind of prediction on the Lions because they're too talented for me. But I do think they struggle to get their feet right in the first few weeks. Whether or not it takes faster or longer, that's something that's on them and their coaching staff. But you can't change that many pieces, that many ancillary pieces along with the main piece. We've seen teams just lose an OC and be dog shit. We've teams just lose a DC and miss the playoffs. Missing both and also the people that were there when you're not in the room, when you're not in the film room, when you're not on the field in that particular area, those guys were there to reiterate the message of Dan Campbell in those OCs and DCs. So again, I have that's really big with me. The message that gets relayed from coaches to players during the week and throughout the entirety of the year. So again, will they get it later in the year? Possibly. I don't see it happening as fast as some people do. But that's just me. As far as with anything ever. So let's just let's just see it first. Does it look like on paper they're really good? But I heard that last year. I heard that 5 years ago. I heard that 10 years ago. I heard that 15 years ago. I heard that in 1995. Like they're just not good until they're good. They have a guy at quarterback who, for whatever reason, thinks it's way cooler to be in the limelight because of your nails than stats and wins. I don't understand it. Again, whether or not that is the media, whether or not that is the way he wants to portray himself, that's what it looks like to me. Um, but this team has some talent. They've got wide receivers. They've got a quarterback who can get the job done at an NFL level. And with the incompetence that he had before last year, he still was able to put up some decent numbers for a rookie coming into the NFL. I'm not too hype on them. I never have been. I probably never will be until I actually see it on the field, like as a whole. But yeah, to me, this is this is what it's been for the majority of my life. I'm about to be 40 next year. I've spent the last 30 of it watching me win against this division. So I don't have a this is my I hope that I can beat these guys now or now that they're good. Look, this division has been mine. When I played to an 8-7-1 level, I still won the division. So for the last 10 years, they have played up to us. Now I can say the Lions, we have to play up to their level. We have to. Now, can we? I believe we can. Losing 6 games last year at an average of 4 points a game, winning every single game except the Eagles outside of your division. I think we are prepared. We just need to take advantage of the mistakes that our opponents make and cut back on the mistakes that we make. And that's going to be on Jordan Love's shoulders. So I don't know if we got to the Packers yet, if we're moving on or what's going on.
But we just going in. Listen, we covering all teams as this pod go on. We at the 55-minute mark. We got 150 people in, and they still rolling in. So just keep going, man.
I don't see a big issue with the Vikings. To me, it's a quarterback situation, and a guy at head coach who, for whatever reason, when a quarterback comes into his system and starts to play, he's fucking. People thought Josh Dobbs should be a starting quarterback in the NFL. People think Kirk Cousins is a franchise guy in the NFL because of KOC. Sam Darnold got a check because of KOC. So look, I don't have an issue with that team defensively. I don't have an issue with that team offensively. That team is a very talented team in the NFL. The most important position on the field is their biggest question. And to me, that is the problem, and that is the issue. Because that is the 6-11 to 11-6. Like, that's literally what it could be if your quarterback does not play well for a stretch in the season. And if JJ McCarthy does not get it going early, does not rely on that run game, does not rely on the defense, the defense will do its job, I think, regardless of whatever JJ does. But that offense, it needs to rely on Aaron Jones, rely on the best receiver in football, in my opinion, Justin Jefferson, and just play football. And his head coach will take care of him. So again, this is a division that took 3 teams into the playoffs. I don't think it does it this year. I think the max is 2. And I think that it'll be a dogfight for that second team, whether it is one of the 3, Minnesota, Detroit, or Green Bay. Whoever it is going to have a dogfight for that 7th seed. I just think it's me. There's going to be no 15-win team here, no 14-win team here. This is I think 12 wins can win this division, and I think 12 wins can win the division by week 17.
You ain't forget a team, bro? You think I missed that? Huh? You think I missed that? Huh? Like I wasn't paying attention. Last I checked, it's 4 teams in the division. You left one glaring team out though. It's cool though. I'm just saying. I understand.
I don't think the Bears are there. And again, like I said, they got to show it to me.
How many times have you beat the Bears in 2025?
0 times.
Okay, that's all I wanted to know. Thank you.
Yeah, I sat my starters and you won by 2 points. Congratulations.
That's your starters.
So that's what I was gonna say too, man. Not your respectfully, man. Respectfully, I've been around a long time too, man. And y'all been winning some games and all that, and y'all won a Super Bowl a long time ago. But man, respectfully, we gotta live in the now, man. And you ain't if you so used to all this winning and all this shit you talking about from Green Bay, you should really be bothered by you not winning the division the last 3 years. 3 years ago, you ain't make the playoffs. You got put out by Detroit. 2 years ago, you ain't won good. If you really about all this winning that you say you about, then you should be really up.
No, yeah. Well, I think
ain't been like the first 30 years of your life. So that's what I'm saying. So let's get to the now. You ain't say what you gonna do now.
Yeah. What year is the rebuild now?
The division, but it is.
I'm just curious. What the rebuild is done? It's done.
Which team? Which team rebuilding?
Expectations.
Green Bay.
You don't even believe you title town no more.
So according to you, the rebuild is done. So what's the expectation?
Now we just keep going. The expectation is what it is for me every year. And my head coach and my quarterback every year will prove to me what will be consistently. When it was Mike McCarthy and Aaron Rodgers, full healthy Aaron Rodgers and Mike McCarthy, the floor was 10 wins. The ceiling was 12, 13. With Jordan Love and Matt LaFleur, what we've seen from these two guys, the floor is 9 wins and the ceiling is 11 and 12. They have not proven to me they can get a 13, 14, 15 win season because they haven't done it yet. And they have not lost less than 8 games in the season.
Should you be contending for a Super Bowl? Yes or no?
I should be in the NFC Championship game. Yes. The expectation should always be to be better than you were the year before. And 2 years ago, we made a divisional game. Last year, we lost in a wild card. That is not better than the year before. So we should always be striving to be better. The division should be won, and we should make an NFC Championship game. That should be the expectation for Green Bay Packers fans going into the 2025 season. There's nothing that says we can't do that.
Hey, see, Henry, he said the rebuild is done, brother.
The rebuild is done, and you ain't even trying to go for no Super Bowl. Who's the loser here? Who's the loser? Who's the loser?
The one. Obviously, it's obvious. I mean, it's obvious.
My shit is completely built. I'm ready to roll, but I don't even see a Super Bowl in my future. I'm
next year. And next year,
saying, man, I don't know.
In my future, yes, I have a quarterback that is a future franchise quarterback.
The future is so vast.
4 years. But you're talking about like a year from now, or 2 years from now, or 3. Like, yes, if I have
aspirations for 2025, that's what we are here to talk about 2025.
Yes, we are here to talk about 2025, and I am not. I can sit here and be like, yes, I want to win the Super Bowl. If you are a competing team in the NFL, you want to win the Super Bowl. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. You asking me for my predictions that I believe my team is capable of in the 2025 season. Do I believe my team can win a Super Bowl? If you're good and you believe your team is good, act like it. Yes, they can win a Super Bowl. Do I have the expectation like the Packers are going to run through the NFC, beat a team they couldn't beat twice last year, once in the regular season and once on the way to the Super Bowl? And Chicago. Do I think that no, we beat you in the regular season.
And we beat you. And we beat you as well.
1-5 in the division last year. I didn't know where that. I know it wasn't against us. I didn't know where that one came from. I'm sorry.
You can count your total wins since 1990 on one hand against me.
But we living in 2025. So why do that? Why do that? If we all live in the past.
Look, I don't know why like people have a hard time living in the past. My past is glorious. I've got a trophy case full of it. So I like living in the past. I like living in the past. I like living in the future. I like living in the now. It took me a year to get back to the playoffs. How long did it take y'all? So look,
when you say y'all,
I don't know.
When you say y'all, what you mean?
My team, my division, who's talking to me, right? I took a year off. I took a year off and I came back, right? I went right back to the playoffs after that year.
Brother, you went back to y'all civil rights era rings. Like, what are we talking about, bro? Like, yeah, you could have at least said the Obama era ring. I would have respected that more, but you went way back to the Brown versus Board of Education ring. Like, what are we talking about?
Sir.
The Brown of that's funny. We could go back to the one like
Simon, you can't be in here spitting the words respect and rings, dog, in your position. You cannot do that, sir.
I think Simo's got a bit of an echo. Are you standing in your trophy case room?
Funny guy.
Shit.
Funny guy.
I'm sorry. I was just wondering. I can talk about eras and when I won my rings and eras. When are we gonna talk about your era?
I know you're trying to throw shots like Jordan Love, but it might get picked. So just talk carefully. You know what I mean? It is what it is. You know.
Hey. Okay.
Hey, look, as a part-time professional hater, I will say it warmed my heart. It warmed my heart because Pop knows, Cert knows, every quarterback, and yet before we preface this, yes, my team to make the playoffs. I don't give a damn. Shoot me, I got armor on, whatever. But as a a lover of football, when I told people, I said, 3 teams in our division made the playoffs, and I said every single quarterback on their team is going to fold like laundry. Sam Darnold folded, Jordan Love folded, and Jared Goff, spotted them boys. How many points and how many turnovers? Folded like laundry. I loved it. Loved every minute of it. I caught because at the end of the day, I'm a fan of the game, right? So I can remove my hatred to analyze the game and talk about the game. But if it's talking about the game of people I hate, but I can actually do it from an analytical standpoint, it's a bonus. I told everyone, I said the weakest spot going into the playoffs for each team in my division last year, it was the quarterback play. I witnessed Jared Goff throw 5 picks in the game and somehow win that bitch. Sam Darnold is Sam Darnold. I ain't got to say too much on that. Jordan Love had a rough year. Very bad habit of throwing dumbass picks at the worst times. And what happened in each and every single one of them games? They played to who they are when it came down to the nitty gritty, bro. It is what it is. You're a creature of habit, especially in this league. You are a creature of habit when it comes down to certain situations, and that showed to be very prevalent in every single NFC North playoff game.
I will shoot the Packers just a tiny bit of bell. They did have an interior
Why?
guard go out. They did have an interior guard go out, and I think when you miss a piece like that and a guy who's playing really good for them, I think at the time, I think it's hard for you to adjust to that, especially if you're going against that Eagles front. But my question for Nacho is, I'm not familiar with who's in your secondary now. So can you kind of break down what that is and who you see kind of stepping into the cornerback positions for your team and also your safeties?
Uh, so the starters, I believe, will be the rookie Wiggins and Kerry Valentine as it is right now. The, to me, the secondary is not set in place. There's so many pieces. I think this
He muted himself.
Yeah, I did on accident. I hit the keyboard. Hey, I'm not used to the computer. I'm used to the phone. I mean, my bad. So look, I think for me, the secondary is the biggest question mark. You asked me, and I don't even know right now. I'm not going to sit here and act like I do. I can read off the names and I can tell you who these players are. But right now, me, you, C. Henry, Simo, Sir, Smitty, none of us know who the fuck these guys are. Kerry Valentine's got the most experience, but nobody's going to tell you anything about it. So these guys need to prove themselves. I think to me, Nate Wiggins is the biggest question mark. The only person in this secondary who will get kudos and who everyone will go, yeah, shake their head, Xavier McKinney. That's it. That guy, that man, to me, 3, 2, 1, wherever you want to put him at safety in the league, I think he's up there.
Hmm.
The biggest thing with me, and I know the corners are a big question. It's really the front four, the front seven as well. The pass rush needs to be existent, as well as the names are there. The Rashawn Garys, the Van Ness, whoever else you want to put there with them. The young man, excuse me, Edrin Cooper. These guys need to step up and get to the pass rush. 7 of Xavier McKinney's 8 interceptions were on 0 pass rush plays. We got 0 pass rush on those. So that was him reading the offense, making an amazing play, and getting an interception. Imagine if we can get pressure and make quarterbacks make ill-advised throws, make quarterbacks throw the football where they don't want to throw it. And now look at how many Xavier McKinney could possibly have on a year with him just reading the offense and doing what he did last year. So to me, as much as the cornerback is a big question, Jair Alexander played 7 games last year. And we still won what we did. We still were able to do what we did to AJ Brown in that wild card weekend. So to me, it is the front 7 getting pressure, and that will alleviate me figuring out who my corners will be and whatnot. So again, I can't tell you who's going to start right now. I think to me, off top and what I've seen in the first couple days, it'll be Wiggins and Valentine, but and Xavier McKinney. After that, these guys are fighting for positions and fighting for spots. There's nobody standing out to me at the secondary position. But these front 7 have to get to the quarterback, have to get not just pressures, they have to get sacks. Go ahead, Pot.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that statement because I believe that if your front 7 is doing a job, it requires your secondary to do a lot less and allows them to kind of free flow with that. So I do agree with that. But and you did name Edrin Cooper and Rashad Gary, but who else on that D line would you like to see step up for your team?
I mean, Kenny Clark's getting old up there. That guy needs to have maybe one last year going for it, and then it's technically, to me, I think it really is Luke Van Ness. I think Luke Van Ness needs to have the step up season and be indicative of a first round pick. You have gotten pressures with 0 sacks. You're not, and that's an exaggeration. He's gotten sacks, obviously, but it is a you're non-existent as a pass rusher. You do nothing for me out there. You get a sack here and there, and the sacks that we do get as a defense, they're not in crucial times. Third down,
What's going on in here?
end of the game when it's trying to what up, Jacob? And when it's the end of the game and get you're trying to stop a team from getting a first down. We get sacks when we're up 20, up 10, up 15, and that offense has to throw the football. They have to be in pass sets. They have to be in situations where we know our pass rush can get sacks. I need to see us get sacks at the beginning of the games and third down situations, get teams off the field early so our offense can get clicking, get Josh Jacobs running the football, and getting Jordan Love into a rhythm early, and that really sets the tone for me. I don't have a a a number of sacks that he needs to get, but he needs to be up there, and he needs to be getting just getting to the quarterback at an ungodly amount, because this is a prove it year for him. He's also in a contract year. He gets cut this year if he
Who you
doesn't put
talking
the
about,
numbers
Rashawn
up
Gary?
there. I firmly believe that. No, Luke Van Ness. Luke Van
Oh,
Ness.
Luke Van Ness.
Something about Van Ness. I mean, what Nacho said though, I tend to agree with it though, because if you look at it, like Jair didn't play a lot last year. We didn't know who the corners were last year either, and they, like they performed good enough for them to get to the playoffs. Albeit like the Packers' issue was in the division, they couldn't beat a lot of teams in the division, but they almost beat all the teams outside of the division. So you got to give them some leeway for that. But my question is offensively more. I mean, offensively, like you drafted a kid out of Texas, to be your wide receiver one. And pretty much a lot of people were saying last year that you guys didn't have a certified wide receiver one. So I mean, how do you feel about your wide receiver room this year, versus last year?
So going into last year, I think the question people like to, make fun of me and ask me, who's your number one? How many number ones do you have? And then Matt LaFleur's dumbass gets in front of a microphone and says, "We got 3 and 4 number ones. We got 3 and 4 number ones, right?" And to me, that question is just irrelevant.
Where
it's not the question that needs to be asked, because we don't have a legitimate number one wide receiver as it pertains to the NFL. And this guy is going to be right here all the time, making plays, doing whatever. This Matt LaFleur coach system was and has been spreading the football to multiple receivers at any given time. Who's open? That's who's getting the football. I'm scheming this for a player to get open. He will be open. You will throw him the football. Whoever that is, it doesn't matter, because my play is going to get this player open. They'll be there to catch the football. Jordan Love was the perfect example of that in year one. Look up every single month he started. Who was the leading receiver? Not one single receiver was back-to-back leading receiver in any month. It was a different receiver every single month, from September on to January. Every single month was a different guy. I think that is indicative of this offense. There isn't one guy that's going to go out there. What's up, Smitty?
I was talking to JMIK. I said it's surprising certified ain't came off that mic yet when you brought up Jordan Love.
Man, I'm letting him finish. I'm about to attack him.
Oh man!
Yeah, so
right.
I think to understand completely that offense and why that question to a lot of us doesn't seem like it's the correct question, but it's literal to me. It's who's going to be the guy this month, who's going to be the guy this week, who's going to be the guy this Monday night, Sunday night. So it's not one guy. That's how last year going into the season I felt. And that was indicative, if you ever went to Sports After Dark, for that state of in 2024 going into that season. There was no me sitting here saying we got one guy who's going to get X amount of numbers. I thought we would have 3 guys around the same amount of stats, and that would equal to Jordan Love putting up a 4,000 some yards or whatever. That was the expectation. That did not happen. Jordan Love did not play
Who
up to
was your
snuff
leading
for
receiver last year,
more than
Nacho?
half the year.
Man,
I don't have the
What was
numbers in front of
Reed?
me.
Josh Reed, maybe.
I
man, look
think
here,
it was
man.
Reed, Christian at one point. I don't have the numbers off the top of my head. I didn't bring them. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna
I
be
had
honest.
everything
It kind
set,
of
but
jockeyed with the Packers because you did have one guy kind of show up and then probably went down. Another guy showed up. They had like a rotation at the wide receiver position. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think they necessarily need a one wide receiver. Just how LaFleur kind of spreads the ball around in his scheme. Will they help? Sure, but I think they have a lot of quality wide receivers that play their position in their role pretty well. So I'm not
I
really
do have a
concerned with
question
that.
about that though. I do have a question about that to you and to Nacho. Do you guys? I heard him say that it's a function of the offense. Do you truly feel like it's a function of the offense, or do you truly feel like these guys are kind of just of the similar ilk? They may have a different skill set, but they're just kind of. No one has really separated themselves to be a quality wide receiver one.
no, you're correct on that. Nobody
Yeah, I
has
definitely
separated
think it's
themselves. So go ahead,
that.
Pop.
No, I
Hey,
do think it's that, and I also think it's this could just be me, but I think when you have a guy like Aaron Rodgers who necessarily didn't need a one wide receiver, he made it work with the guys he had, and he had extraordinary seasons with these guys. You kind of feel like you don't need a quality one. I'm not saying that's their thought process for Love, but I'm just saying that seems to be like what the team is building, right? And I think they have quality wide receivers and two tight ends. I think can be really good, and Musgrave and Kraft over there. Like I like the offensive weapons Love has around him. My thing is Love and his decision making at key times in games.
hmm.
Yeah, I think
I, I,
for the wide
I'm happy
receiver
she.
question.
I'm
Go
happy
ahead.
she brought. I happy she brought that up. See, hey, you took accountability just now, and I like that. See, when y'all see what the Packers, bro, y'all life gonna be much easier. Hold on.
Yeah, so when it comes to the wide receivers and whether or not one's going to be a number one, and I think the question Sir Henry asked was, is that indicative of the system? I don't know if you talk to many Packers fans from the 2019 to the 2020 season, 2021 season, but our biggest gripe was that there's wide open wide receivers, and what is Aaron Rodgers doing? Forcing the ball to Devontae Adams, forcing the ball to Randall Cobb, forcing the ball to his friends. That was the issue. Was yes, those guys may be better than the player who should be getting the football. But the offense is tailored for that guy to get open, throw him the fucking football. When I'm sitting here watching an all 22 tape and I've got the young man Jaden Reed running wide open, but you force it to Devontae Adams and double coverage, or I got young Christian Watson out there and you're forcing it to Devontae Adams, and we see you're forcing it to Randall Cobb, you're forcing it to I forgot the other man's name he brought to New York with him. But you
Lazard.
Lazard, yes,
Lazar,
Alan Lazard. You're
yeah,
forcing it to the guys that you're comfortable
and
with, and you're
MVS,
not
I think
running the
at some
system
point.
that Matt LaFleur is put on the field for you. That was our biggest gripe. Now, did you go out and win back-to-back MVP seasons? Did you go out and win 39 games in 3 seasons as a quarterback when you started in the Matt LaFleur system? Yes, you did. Do I think that Jordan Love could have done anything like that? Absolutely not. Not even close. But the system was not made for you to go out there and throw it to your friends and and just and just do the things that you're not supposed to be doing in that system. So I think 1000% our system is not guaranteed to rely on one wide receiver being that guy all the time. Does it help and does it alleviate some pressure? Yes. Why was Christian Watson wide open? Because a talented wide receiver like Devontae Adams did demand double coverage,
Yeah.
and he's open. So instead of throwing it to Devontae Adams, Aaron Rodgers, throw it to the guy who's wide open. So that was our
I get
biggest
that.
gripe.
I get that, and that's a concern that you can go a couple different ways with. You can go with Aaron had confidence in that guy.
Yes.
But now you brought up a good point. Why was Watson running open? Because you had a talented player like Devontae running, and you got a quarterback who the other team knows has a reliance on him. So yeah, he's running open. But now you don't have no Devontae Adams. You don't have nobody out there looking like Devontae Adams. Nobody demanding that type of coverage or whatever. And you got all these regular dudes running these routes. And I don't know, and I'm going to ask you because I don't watch every game, but is it mad folks running open now and Jordan not hitting? Or what I'm seeing is, Jordan throwing at guys and it looked like a bad throw. Guys are covered, but I ain't seeing a bunch of open guys either. So that's what I'm saying.
Man, look here. They got a regular ass quarterback. And when they realize that, bro, their life gonna be easier. Just run the ball. Just run it. Period.
Okay, I don't.
Listen. I'm being serious.
They got a regular quarterback and regular receivers, Jigga.
I'm being serious. I like receivers. They not elite, but they're a good group. They're not a terrible group. They're not out there looking like the Titans. They're not out there looking like the Jags. They're not out there looking like
the Titans a little bit.
Everything Jig is saying is kind of funny because nobody ever said they were elite, and I don't think anybody ever mentioned those other teams. And
no.
The receivers. So you're just bringing up facts that don't mean anything.
No. What I'm saying is y'all counting on a quarterback to be Aaron Rodgers.
Who said
he's
that?
not that.
Oh. Why are we counting on?
The way y'all talk about him, like y'all talk about Jordan Love, like he's the next big thing every year. Oh, because he's this, so he's gonna do this.
He's the franchise quarterback. We just paid him in his first year.
All right,
starting,
and when y'all realize that y'all overpaid, when y'all realize y'all overpaid just a guy,
it's the market.
It's gonna be easy.
It's the market. It is
no, it's not the market.
It's the market.
It's not the market. It's not the market.
That don't sound like a glowing endorsement, Nacho. That don't sound like a glowing endorsement.
No, look, I've never.
That's my man.
I could have sworn Jordan Love signed the largest contract in NFL history. That's not the market. He reset the market.
Like,
if my memory is correct, he signed the largest NFL contract to date in NFL history.
I don't know if that's true, but I mean, you can run with it if you want. I think my biggest thing is,
but I'm being honest. If y'all would have went into that situation, and I'm not trying to bring up Minnesota, but like how we evaluated Sam Darnold's situation, y'all didn't have to give him that bread like that, and y'all know y'all didn't have to give him that. Y'all know that.
Okay, look.
It could have went a different way because guess what? Nobody else was gonna want Jordan Love.
Oh,
but the Packers.
Okay.
You probably have two suitors. Maybe the Jets. Maybe who else needed a quarterback?
Jets.
I'm saying at the time, maybe the Jets. If
I don't.
What is this?
Where are we going with this? I don't think I've ever said that I have an elite quarterback, so I don't understand where you're coming
all right,
from.
So I'm just saying, Jordan Love needed the Packers. Y'all didn't have to give him that contract.
Okay, so we did, and now we're a year after that.
JMIK, he said they overpaid a regular player. That's what he said.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
But my thing is like,
every year,
I get it. The Green Bay Packers are the only team in NFL history to overpay a regular player.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. No,
we can move on now. We can move on now.
No. The Vikings did it for 5 years straight, but I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, y'all team would have been better. So
we should do what you do?
No. I'm saying that's the wrong thing to do. We overpaid Kirk Cousins 5 years straight, and look where that got us. Nowhere. So
they did what y'all did. They did what y'all did, Jigga.
We ain't go nowhere. Nothing. We ain't do nothing. But it's the thing. When y'all realize that Jordan Love is not it, y'all life's gonna be easier. I promise you. Because guess what? Year in after year, y'all gonna try to figure out a way or figure out a situation on how Jordan Love could get better and what y'all can do to make him get better. I mean, I'm not saying Jordan Love is trash. No, not saying that at all.
So, I mean, just to clarify.
But what I'm saying is, if y'all gonna dwell on a guy like that to be a passing quarterback, I kind of think y'all stuck in a frenzy until y'all find y'all a true guy that's gonna be a number one.
So I mean, just to clear something real quick, like the whole Jordan Love resetting the market. I had to look it up. It's technically true, but he getting paid the same as Trevor Lawrence and Joe Burrow. So
no, at the time he signed,
he
signed, he was the highest paid NFL quarterback.
So I
player.
I would like to. I think
because the quarterback is the highest paid player. So
to me, I think the most interesting thing with contracts is people will use AAV and what you're actually getting paid on a salary cap basis and those two things are different. So
That's true too.
is the contract X amount of years for the most amount of money a quarterback has ever been paid at that moment? I believe it. Yes, it was.
But it's
What
not.
are the top 5 salary cap numbers JMIK in the league this year? Are you looking at that right now?
It's got to be Dak, I would think, because he's
So
the high.
Yeah, it's Dak. I think it's
top
Dak.
5 QBs getting paid this year.
Yeah, I think it's Dak,
Burrow.
Burrow, T-Law. It's a couple of
All
guys
right,
that's in like the
so
55
it
something
is
range.
it is Dak Prescott, Joe
Mhm.
Burrow, Josh Allen, Jordan Love, Trevor Lawrence.
But that
Okay.
got
Yeah.
Jordan Love expectations.
So listen. So you paying him top 5 cap. As
Yes.
far as the cap, it's top 5.
hmm
And Jordan Love, if we do a ranking right now, he's probably within the top 15.
I
Yeah.
mean, some people got. I mean, it depends who you talk to,
You
man.
know,
Like some people got love in the
you
top
know.
10, some people don't. Like it's
Top
really
10.
some
And
people do.
some people
Some people
crazy.
do, but I don't think that. I don't
10?
think more than 50%
I
or more.
mean, yeah. I mean, some people got him in the
Wait,
top
hold on,
10.
wait. So you're
I've
telling me,
definitely
wait, hold
heard
on,
that.
wait. Well, you know what?
It's
That's
not a
not
30.
far. It's
That's
not
not a
far fetched.
25%
It's not far
split.
fetched. It's not far fetched. Cause I will put him at 12. Cause you
I
could juggle
mean,
him
to
from 10
me,
to 12. You could juggle him from
he's
10 to
like a
12.
12th
You
to
can.
15th ranked quarterback in the league. I
Right.
think
No, I don't
the
think he's
money is
15.
the money
I say
regardless.
inside the 15.
If there
I ain't say
was
he's 15.
if this was if this was the first time a QB got overpaid, man, I would be so shocked. But I think to me, it is the way we do business. You're gonna have to just you sat there for 3 years, you came in, you won a playoff game your first year, you
Right.
go to the playoffs your first year as a
Hold it down for
starter,
me, y'all.
and you just
Okay.
have to the way the year ended. I think that was the expectation for the
Mm.
offense. And the way the year ended was a different receiver leading the team month and month, the quarterback throwing one interception to like 12 touchdowns, having good yards. So this wasn't a wide receiver one led offense. This wasn't
Right.
one wide receiver going off for the last 6 months, and Jordan Love fell in love with that guy. And we were hoping that that guy, whether it had been Christian Love or Jordan Reed or Dontavian Wicks, him and Jordan Love become the next, 1 and 2 guy quarterback wide receiver. No, we were under the assumption that this guy could continue the success of what he had at the end of the season, continue, somewhere in the middle of those, 2 playoff games, what you did to Dallas and then what happened the next week, right? If you can play
Right.
somewhere in the middle of between those two and try and get that offense rolling like you did at the end of the year,
So,
there's no
so,
reason you can't win 10, 11 games the next year,
so
make the
let me ask you
playoffs,
a
and
question.
win a playoff game. That's the expectation. What did they
Okay.
do? They won 11 games, made the playoffs. However, they lost the playoff game. So again, your expectations are throttled to what you have done the previous year. But when you go in and you say, "Oh, you don't believe you can win," no, yes, you can win a Super Bowl. If I believe I can make the playoffs,
Oh
there's no
yeah,
doubt in
for
my
sure.
mind I can win 3 playoff games and go to the Super Bowl. My team has done it before, so
That's a
I
fact.
know I can. I've seen it. I know I can do it again. But you temper your expectations to what you saw the year before. If my team won 6 games
So
and I go out and I get a new OC and I go out and I get a new lineman and I go out and I get a couple more pieces on defense, that doesn't mean I'm going to go win 12 games and win the division next year, Chicago. So just think like you have to temper your
Rent free, rent
expectations
free.
hey,
moving on to the next year.
so look, so when the first year under Jordan Love, right? Y'all went to the playoffs. Who was the most important piece on y'all run?
What do you mean?
Most important offensive piece on that
Offensive
on
piece,
their
yeah.
run.
Who was the most important offensive piece on y'all run?
In that first year at the end of the season, Aaron Jones.
And you see how the personnel changed and now the whole philosophy changed. See, I love Josh Jacobs. Josh Jacobs is a complete back, but his
What do you mean the
struggles,
philosophy changed? We did the same
his
exact thing.
struggle.
We tried to run the
But
football.
the thing is with Josh Jacobs, his struggle is within the receiving part of the offense, which he has to work on. So Jordan Love was dwelling on Musgrave. Was dwelling
Aaron
on
Jones's
Musgrave and
pass catching ability was not the main reason why we were doing why Jordan Love and that offense was doing what they were doing at the end of the season. It was Aaron Jones's run ability. He was averaging like 5-point-something yards a carry at the end of the
Yeah, he was
season.
cooking. Yeah,
So he was
cooking.
cooking offensively, rushing the football, which were opening up the plays that were designed by Matt LaFleur to be opened up, when you run the football. And guess what? In parts of this year, when Josh Jacobs was doing his thing, running the football and making his people miss, and Jordan Love was out there healthy, he was doing what he was supposed to be doing. Then you get Jordan Love in situations where he should be making different decisions. That's what we should be talking about. Matt LaFleur, Josh Jacobs, Aaron Jones, that offense, that runs fine. We've seen that for 6-7 years now. He's 70-win coach in the NFL, second behind, I think, Don Shula. Is to start your career. His offense works. It's whether or not the players on the team on the field believe it works and want to do what he says not at all the time, obviously. And when you're getting shot at, you're going to have to, figure out new ways to get things done. But in the whole scheme of everything, Matt LaFleur's offenses work. So when the football is run well and Aaron Jones is out there running whatever 4 or 5 yards a clip at the end of the season, and Jordan Love can throw the football to whoever is supposed to be open, that's what we were expecting. That's the expectations, right? We saw the live bullets in the divisional round when a defense
whoever's supposed to be open, though. What if no one is open?
Then that's where I was getting to. See, Henry was in the divisional round against the Niners. This is what needs to be focused. This is what needs not focused, but this is what needs to be talked about more. When the guys were not open, you made ill-advised throws. You made ill-advised decisions. Throwing it down the field while you're running when you have 15 yards in front of you, run the fucking football. When you have the ability to throw it out of bounds instead of throwing it into double coverage for a Niners interception or throwing it to hope you can across your body for another Niners interception, you can't make those plays. Does he not make those plays and we win? Maybe. But I know for a fact if he doesn't make those plays, we have a way better chance of winning that game. So I don't have an issue with the deconstruction of Jordan Love's game. That's fine. He needs a run game to help him be a prolific passer in this game. Oh my God, he's the only quarterback in history that needs a run game.
I think that'll definitely help him in that style of offense. But I do think the lack of him having a number one receiver, I think that hurts him. Kind of to Jacob's point, you know what I'm saying? When you look at him, we look at these teams that may not have that number one guy, you expect a lot from your quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Taking the turn from my Commander friends, man, you expect him to be a force multiplier. And the question that I think Jigga was kind of asking, not directly, is if, do you think your quarterback is a force multiplier and can make these how would you say, average pieces or above average pieces special? Does he have that ability to do that consistently? Because now y'all invested in him enough, you know what I'm saying, to the point where he might be held to that standard. And you got guys like, you look at a guy like Josh Allen, he doesn't have a number one receiver. You look at somebody like Lamar, he hasn't really functioned with the number one receiver.
I can't. Jimmy, can you mute up? I can't hear you.
Did you expect the same thing from Jordan Love?
So, look, to me, I think force multipliers is a funny term. It's kind of weird because there's, 2 in the league? Maybe 3. Look at Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, and we can argue about the third one if you want to put, whoever else, Allen or Burrow there. But that's it. Mm-hmm. Ain't no more force multipliers in this league, bro. Ain't no more elite top quarterbacks in this league. It's about 3 or 4 of them. And the rest of those guys are trying real hard to be who those guys are. Can some of these young guys put up the numbers and look good? Yes. CJ Stroud, Jaden Daniels, these young cats are on their way. They are definitely on their way. But there's only about 2 or 3, 4 at most force quote-unquote multipliers, guys that are out there making average wide receivers into Pro Bowlers, into all pros. Those guys don't grow on trees.
No question there.
So I don't believe I don't believe Jordan Love is a guy that's going to go out there and turn average guys into all stars, turn average guys into the wide receiver ones. I don't believe that. I don't need that to win a Super Bowl either. So
Okay, that was my next question.
I
That was my
would
next
like
question.
I would like to believe that my expectation, now that was a bunch of talk going into 2024, because that was the first premise of the guy's question. How would your question was, how was the 2024 expectation? Now we're moving to 25. Matthew Golden has to be what number one wide receivers picked in the league are. You were drafted in the first round of the NFL draft because the Green Bay Packers believe you are a wide receiver one. Not saying that from 2002 to last year, we didn't believe any wide receiver was a wide receiver one. But this year, it was determined that that is how we feel. That is who you are. You are going to be the wide receiver one in OTAs and how we've started. You running out as wide receiver one in these packages. To your point, Devontae Adams running around, getting guys open because of what he does, because of how he is. That is what we expect of Matthew Golden. He needs to command double teams. He needs to command defenses to give a fuck about him on the field. We don't have a guy like that. We don't. And that is the crux of what we had to learn the hard way last year. Last year, the expectation was a committee can get this thing done. We saw what it did in 8 games. We saw what it did to Dallas. If Jordan Love makes the right play calls, maybe we beat 49ers, maybe we don't. But it's solely on him we lose that game, right? So we have to go into 2024 thinking if Jordan Love makes some right
In the
decisions,
playoff?
Jordan Love was 1,000% responsible for us losing that game.
No, I
Yes.
was saying you said maybe beat the 49ers. I was like in the playoffs?
Yeah, but I
Yeah,
think
if
he's talking about
yes,
the year previous.
if the
Yeah, that was a good game.
Has
if
anybody ever seen that before? The Green Bay Packers beating the 49ers in the playoffs?
I
Ooh
mean,
wee.
yes, we
but
have.
not
Yeah,
in
Ooh
I'm old
previous.
enough to have seen it certified. Yes. So
Oh,
my
okay.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah. You're talking the last 10 years. You don't realize that. Dolo, what's the head-to-head record with us all time?
how many times in the last 10 years?
It got quiet, right? Okay. Hey,
Hey,
so
real quick. Smoking Sports had a comment. He said Jaden Reed should be the number one option in the passing game. Green Bay
I was just
problem
about
is
to
too
say
many
that.
long developing routes, which puts pressure on Love to make these downfield throws.
that is a quoting my boy V, that is a big part of it. My biggest thing is like the quick throws, the utilizing Jaden Reed in the sweep game, similar to the style that um, my man certified and Debo Samuel up there in San Francisco were utilizing him the year he went off. Not to those same results, but if you try to utilize him in the passing game like that, also in the run game, that is for Savion Williams, the rookie we just got out of TCU. I think that guy fits perfectly in that role to release Jaden Reed from being in that position so he can run more short routes, run more ins and outs and slants and stuff into the offense. I don't see Matt LaFleur taking those long developing routes out of the offense because if you look at the all 22, like me and my friends Silu and Coach B have done multiple times with their offense, they're open. Some guys are open now. The offensive line, Jordan Love, whatever you want to blame on it, them guys dropping wide open passes. There's a lot of things that can be to blame for the mishaps in the offensive system passing game. I don't. You can obviously go straight to the quarterback, and you're gonna pick up the highlighted him falling backwards in a couple games. Let's not forget we still win that Rams game. So like you can definitely look to Jordan Love, but being what first in the league in drop passes percentage wise, having two guys in the top 10 in percentage of drop passes as receivers, like that's got to be you got to catch the football. Now, can does that mean we're going to win all of those games? Obviously not. But again, the percentages is higher if you're putting points on the board and first downs on the field than if you're dropping a third down and 8 yards past the sticks because of whatever. So again, there's just too much that needs to go on for this offense. I believe at certain points. But again, you look at how he ended 2023, how some parts in 24 were resemblance of that 2023, and you just got to work to get better. I'm not going to use the injuries as an excuse because everybody's injured all the time. It's not something you can fall back on. You felt you were healthy enough to get back on the field. Play like you're healthy enough to get back on the field, and don't give me that I wasn't ready when you're done and you didn't perform up to snuff. That's how it is for me. So he hurts his leg in week 1. You come back when you're healthy, not in a couple weeks. And if you're not healthy in a couple weeks, what happens? He aggravates another injury in the lower extremities because he wasn't ready to come back. Bro, sit out a couple more weeks. You saw Malik Willis go 2-0 without you. You saw the offense work. Just sit out a little longer and get healthy. But that's not an excuse.
Is it me or Peter?
Sound like you breaking
Go
up a
ahead,
little bit,
Jimmy.
Jigga.
Yeah, I think it might be you.
Good afternoon, Queen. Appreciate you for popping in. Hey man, hey listen, man, this show right here might go viral, man. We had 251 people in here right now, man. Ooh.
What up, though?
They came out for the madness. They said NFC North. Let's go see what's going on.
Yeah.
They want to see what's popping, man. Hey, listen, I think listening to Nacho, man. I ain't really been talking. I've been letting y'all run this thing, but like just listening to Nacho, it sounds like his offense is a bunch of Indians and no chief. That's basically what he just told me. He said Jordan Love when he needs the assistance of everything. Then he said the reason they didn't win is because you don't have a guy that's taking over the majority of the snaps because the committee thing didn't work in the manner that they thought it would. And then you say Matt LaFleur, I mean, he really not taking the reins and kind of like adjusting the offense to be more Jordan Love friendly or more friendly to what you have as a wide receiver room. Because if you run long developing routes, in my opinion, you draw routes like that because you got a burner who can get to the top of that route in the blink of an eye. And I've only seen them have like I'll give Jaden Reed like that burner if you want to say him.
I mean, the burner to me is Christian Watson. That's the burner.
But he stayed injured so damn much, you don't even
stay healthy.
He didn't burn his
healthy. So it's like to me when I hear him, it's like maybe Matt LaFleur has to come into this season with a new mindset. Like obviously my offensive scheme worked, but let me adjust. Let me adjust it enough that we getting the ball off and we not how he said 3rd and 8 and you got to drop the ball 5 yards. You know what I mean? Like somebody got to adjust, and it can't be Jordan Love because he play a certain type of football and it just works to him. It's catered to his game. Like you paid him money, you brought in all these guys. Now you got to give somebody in that wide receiver room the title of the guy so they can kind of take reins of that room.
But I also think that's why they drafted the kid in the 1st round. Like I think they expect that kid to be wide receiver 1.
But we all agree on the stage. We don't see that here now. He gotta get there.
But it's funny if you look at it. Remember when Jordan Love got drafted? What position or what number did he get drafted? It was what round?
It was 1st round.
We traded that.
Remember that same because my best friend is a Packers fan. Oddly enough, remember when he got drafted? All the Packers fans were pissed. Why? Because they had a chance to get Aaron Rodgers, a number 1 wide receiver, and they still didn't get him one. Obviously, he got.
When's the last time they drafted a receiver in the 1st round before Golden?
Yeah, I want to say this is like the first time I've seen. I want to say Javon Walker, maybe
something like that.
Yeah, but Walker was 2nd round pick.
So, but again, it's just funny, like
I'm not 100% sure. I think he was.
It's just funny because, like, Nacho said he likes to live in the past, present, and future, but like history repeating itself. Y'all franchise quarterback Jordan Love, because y'all paying him franchise quarterback money. He does. At the end of the day, I don't give a how you try to frame it. Every quarterback, good or average, whatever you want to call him, elite, they gonna need that guy on their team, and it's the same issue y'all having. Y'all not giving y'all franchise quarterback the guy that he wants or a guy that he needs, and y'all can win 11, 12, whatever, how many games, but when it comes down to the playoffs, when y'all playing the toughest teams, the teams with that guy is going to be well distinguished compared to the teams without that guy.
Yeah, I don't have an issue with the wide receiver, but the Aaron Rodgers tenure, if you look at those teams and your first thought is, the offense could be better, You don't know football at all. We're giving up before the last two NFC championship games, which were 21 and 20 or 20 and 21. The Niners and then the Buccaneers back to back. We're giving up 30 points a game in the playoffs. 30 points a game in the playoffs, and you're telling me my offense is the problem. I need a wide receiver one to help me. I need a wide receiver one to help me stop a team from putting up 30 points on my defense. It has been well known and well documented. Mike McCarthy in that front office after the 2010 Super Bowl win that they took it upon themselves in the 2011 season and forward to not care about the defense. Where was that 2011 defense ranked at the time? Can anybody tell me? 32nd. No. 32nd. And I'm not talking in 2010. I'm not talking in the 2000s. I'm not talking in the 90s. In all of history, at the end of the 2011 season, when my team went 15-1 in a 16-game season, my defense was ranked dead last in all of history. And y'all surprised we went in and got our asses whooped by Eli and they put up 40 points on us? That defense was giving up 30 points a game that season, 20-some points a game. We were scoring 35, 40 almost. So I have an issue with people telling me that Aaron Rodgers would win more playoff games if he had a number one wide receiver when it's simply not true.
No one's talking about Aaron Rodgers. We done with the past.
Simo just brought it up.
We talking about Jordan Love. You talking about Jordan Love?
I just said
Simo brought it up, but I'm saying
I'm sorry. No. See, look, you're trying to flip what I'm saying. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that y'all was winning or losing. I'm just saying like it's the same present issue that I've witnessed people have with that team. Is like y'all not getting
my point by saying that was my point by saying that. See, Henry dropped me off by saying I'm going back to the past. Your initial point was history repeating itself. This, by drafting a wide receiver in the first round, is proof that history is not repeating itself. Because history repeating itself with Matt LaFleur in this front office saying we were able to score points and win and get into the playoffs in his first 2 years. Don't worry about anything. Let's just continue to build and do what we do normally, which is not care about shit and don't care about what the outside people say. Don't care about this. We get a wide receiver one. We try to get a guy in the defense in the second round. This is not history repeating itself in the sense of this offense or this front office is not the same mindset that we can win games and possibly Super Bowl with an apostrophe S with this offense. They don't believe that. Now they can make it to the playoffs and they believe that. They have said that the press conferences from that regime to this regime, you can totally tell are not the same. They are different in the aspect that the belief, the ungodly belief that Aaron Rodgers could win you everything is not the same belief that these guys have in Jordan Love, where Jordan Love can win you anything. They do not have that. They are going to try to get him a wide receiver one. I believe next year, if this pass rush is not the same, we have the money. We will try to draft and we will try to trade for pass rush. I that's what I feel is going to be happening with this team. Asking about the rebuild is for when you start losing games and you can't make the playoffs. I spent 1 year out of the playoffs and I'm right back in it. 2 years.
I got a question for you, Nacho, real quick. So you're saying that the pass rush, would you be open to your team? Like, say the Bengals don't sign Trey Henderson.
Yes. Right now. Okay. What do you want? You want Rashawn Gary, Luke Van Ness? I'll give them both to you right now. Like, it's an over-exaggeration, obviously, but yes, whatever you want. Trey Hendrickson on
see, because that front seven used to be the staple of the Green Bay Packers.
Exactly.
Hey, give us Kenny Clark, man. I'll take Kenny.
Get the fuck out of here.
Give me Kenny Clark right now.
Like, look, man, I know we spent a long time and we spent enough time on my team here. I think we can move on to whatever other team.
No, we was kind of waiting on Jigga. I know his schedule kind of in and out, so we're gonna kind of like when he the last team of the night, so As we roll
Yeah.
into it, shit, he finally.
Yeah,
here.
I just feel like the expectation for whoever you talk to as Packers fans is gonna be way more eccentric than anything I will ever give you. And I don't want to sound like a boring ass guy where, oh, I've seen my team and I know I started off as callous as an asshole. I've seen my team win from here to here. Yeah, but that's the real mindset I have. We can win 9 games, we can win 12. We can win the division and win the Super Bowl, and we could make it in the playoffs as a 7th seed and win the Super Bowl. Do I have real expectations for us to do that? No. I believe in my heart as a Packers fan we can do that? Yes. So the expectation floor, I think, is 9 wins. Ceiling,
9.
I think, is 12 wins. I think we can get somewhere in between 9 and 12. I haven't seen anything less than that or anything more than that from this regime, from this
12 is
quarterback
crazy.
coaching thing. It is. We were 3 points away from having 12 wins last year. So I think to me it is a, I don't want to
Well,
say
how many
tempered
games
expectation.
were? Well, how many 3-point games were you away from being 9 wins? I mean, that goes both ways, right?
Oh, it most certainly does. We still won 11, so
Okay.
Closer to 12 than it is 9. I don't know how math works. I'm not great at it.
Okay.
But the to me, the expectations, whether you call them over, I think to me are tempered when I hear most other Packers fans and their delusion. To me, but I think 9-12 wins. I think 12 wins can win this division. I still think it's, to me, the Lions or the Vikings division. As we sit here right now in July, we see some OTAs, we see some preseason. I see what JJ looks like. I see what that offense looks like. Give me week 1. I could definitely tell you a more definitive who's those people. But right now in July, with the changes that have happened at key positions, whether we're talking the Lions and their coordinators or the quarterback in Minnesota, there are still a lot of pieces that are the same, and the talent is still evident. So I'm not going to sit here and say that those two teams are going to fall by the wayside because of the things, the couple pieces or few pieces that they lost. I still believe it
It
takes
sounds
time
like a
for the
bunch of
Lions.
scary talk to me.
I still think it
You
is
feel
what it
me?
is. I sounded the same
Nah,
way
I mean,
last year.
nah, I'm saying you said that the rebuild is over, and then we're gonna talk about Detroit losing all these coaches, and we're gonna talk about Minnesota's quarterback situation while you are sitting with a franchise quarterback, and you're saying it's their division. It's a lot of double talk going on right now, brother.
I
So
guess if you want to call it that. I think for me, those two teams are what we saw
Is
last
that
year.
is that double talk, y'all? No,
hey
am I
man,
tripping?
listen,
It
I'm
is.
good.
It
Hey,
is.
listen. I
A
won't
lot
be
of
long. So
copium.
let me carry on. My narrative. you know.
Oh,
So
okay. I
listen,
like that word because it's
everybody got a
usually
whole
followed
lot of
by false.
speculation about the Minnesota Vikings, 2025, right? Well, look, I'll tell you this: JJ McCarthy, my guy, predicting come back to that year. Reason being, we have
Hey, his phone messing up for y'all, or is
no
that me?
No, I think
Nah,
it's
I
just
can't
me.
hear him.
Nah, yeah, I was just about to ask that, Smith.
Look,
Your
hey, I
signal
don't
is
know if y'all see
horrible.
me over here, but I was messing with my cord. I'm like, is my headphones finna go? I'm short here. What's going on here, gang? Hey, listen, I'm finna get mad, bro. Hey, sir. Ron sent me a message. He said, stall him out, man. He said, stall him out. Stall him out.
I
Shout out
mean,
to
I ain't
Ron,
gonna
man. He
lie
gave me
though. I
that
mean,
last
and I
week
done
on the
heard some
Seahawks.
reports from the Vikings camp though. I done heard JJ doing some picks though. That's what I
I
done
mean, he
heard.
could
But
throw.
they ain't talking
Listen,
too much about that, though, are they?
I'm just, I done seen a couple videos on the timeline. I'm just saying.
Make videos,
Hey,
man. Don't
J-Man.
man.
Oh, go ahead, Jigga. Go ahead.
Make videos. That's everything
I like he's
going
still
out there.
fighting, though.
Yeah, he's still kind of muffled.
Hey, J-Mick, man. I'm finna call your head coach out there at Georgia, bro. He need to come get Keely, bro.
No.
He need to be a part of your coaching staff. But a man getting fried every day, and then my damn fan base get on the damn timeline and be like, Keely Ringo gonna be all right, man. He just growing.
Keely don't
and the
belong.
man is getting cooked by every receiver I got on the roster.
Keely does not belong to the Georgia Bulldogs no more. He belongs to the Philadelphia Eagles. We can't help him.
He belongs to your championships. God damn it. He can come over. He can come be a part of the coaching staff.
That was 2 years ago, man. That shit was 2 years ago. I mean, like, we can't help you, bro. And you're going to deal with that.
I'm calling Kirby today, man. Damn this. I'm calling Kirby. Oh, he said his phone overheating because he at work.
Hey, I'm gonna steal that, dog. If they don't pan out, he not assembling them no more.
I can't help you, man.
Yeah, I can't help you, brother.
I mean, he's not a student athlete no more.
Your warranty wore out.
Hey man, listen, I'm not saying he got to come back and be a player, but Kirby got somewhere he could put him on that coaching staff.
Man, you think I don't want him coaching my team? You're crazy.
But listen, I did want to say this though. Like the good brother Nacho did bring something up. He made a valid point. But I do want to give context because you know how popular context is. The last time the Packers beat us in the playoffs was 2002. Our streak has been since 2000.
Their first round pick, their first round receiver last.
Oh no, that's like Brett Favre was still playing.
No, that's what I'm saying. That was the last time they drafted. 2002 was the last time they drafted the first round pick.
Was the last time it was the first round they drafted.
Okay.
Who was that?
So
Devon Walker.
Oh yeah, I mean, so I guess I was wrong then. Okay.
Yeah.
But my streak against them goes back to 2012 and 2 quarterbacks. So you know.
And you sound like me when I be talking about the Patriots and the Steelers.
Tell me about the Patriots and the Steelers, JMIK.
The Steelers are our son. That's what it is. Our goddamn son.
How many times y'all beat them in a row?
I mean, in the playoffs, Brady never lost to them niggas in the playoffs.
Damn, how many times y'all played Ben?
I think we played Ben like in the playoffs. We played like 3 times. I think 4 times.
They made 3 Super Bowls and didn't play you in any of them playoffs.
Nah, I mean, like they could not
be crazy.
I mean, like,
crazy.
Like the years they made it to the Super Bowl, they didn't have to play us.
They didn't have to play us. Yeah, that's crazy.
Damn.
Well, because the 08 year, that was the year Brady got hurt, right?
So you're gonna be like the Chiefs fans, J-Mick, and say you don't respect the rings?
No, the 08 year was the year Brady got hurt.
Brady ain't get back to the Super Bowl until 2015. So in between that time frame, that's when they was getting to the Super Bowl and whatnot.
But just playing them though is what he's saying. They ain't
winning. The Steelers could not beat us. Like regular season, I think they beat Brady in the regular season maybe 2 or 3 times.
So Brian, so basically you telling me. So basically, you telling me you was just packing them up when they made it to you. That's basically what you're saying. You just packing them up.
I mean, like I said in the beginning. I mean, the Steelers are our sons. I said what I said. I'm not coming off that point. I mean, there's
grab the belt. Grab the belt.
He said BTA. Mac Jones beat them 2 years ago. That's how
grab
much.
The belt.
I mean, that's how much. You know, like I mean, we dominate the Steelers, bro. It is. I mean, certain teams like y'all know on the panel, right? There's certain teams that y'all just dominate. And that just happened to be one of the teams that the Patriots been dominating for a long time.
Yeah, so for me,
we ain't quite got that run, but I think we got 6 straight over Green Bay. I don't know if that's domination or not, but that's a nice run.
Oh, 6 straight over Green Bay.
Another 17, you could be 500 with us.
Over the great winning.
And the good thing about mine is
Titletown, USA.
Every team in my division can sweep me till 2030, and they still ain't caught up.
No.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
Not every team. Don't do that.
Hold on.
Don't do that. Not every team. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
People start doing math in their head.
Guess what?
Hey, Smitty, that was a finish him.
Hey, look, he said, "Ha! I got my Pokemon."
Look, they just like
silver charter started on your ass.
When Aaron Rodgers gone, they're gonna be stuck just like how Drew Brees is without the Saints. Boy, a lot of teams gonna start passing y'all up, and y'all gonna be sorry. So hey, y'all better get that together now.
I just want to say real quick, because Packers fans love to cap for some odd reason. The Packers all-time record versus the Bears is 108, 96, and 6. Somehow we tied 6 times. So we right there with y'all. Don't make it seem like it's a big ass gap. Like, let's relax on that.
I don't like to. No. I'm gonna hit Simo's part because
even if you swept him, you'd be 106 and he still have 108. He still would be ahead.
So I didn't lie, but I do like to get to Simo's point because people, I get my Packers family, they like to talk because a lot of them aren't old. They're like in their 30s like me. So they've only known beating the Bears. But we are like, I want to say 30-5 in the last 40 games against the Bears, right? And we're only up whatever number he said, 7 or 8. So they did in the 70s and the 80s. What did somebody say? Jim Crow days or something? They were able to
civil rights era.
Civil rights era. They were able to garnish a good enough lead that it took us 30 wins out of 40 to actually catch up. But again, it's hard to really take them serious when I think 9 years old. Since then, that's 30 years. Yeah, I'm 39. You haven't beaten me, like really. Like and the funny thing is, and it's not funny to y'all, I'm sure, but who did we beat en route to Aaron Rodgers' only Super Bowl? Does anybody know in the NFC Championship game?
Oh man.
I mean, we allowed y'all to get there. So I ain't
no.
We allowed y'all to get there. I give you that. That's cool.
And Big Big Brother certified. Do you know if the Green Bay Packers were at home or if they were in Chicago that day?
They was in Chicago.
So we didn't even win the division, by the way. So I would just like everyone to know when I say I don't need to win a division to prove I'm the big brother in this division. I don't need to win it every year. I don't.
Big brother. we haven't again. What other? Hold on. See now
he said call him big brother, dog.
You're gonna get me activated.
He said he big brother Nacho, niggas.
First and foremost,
he said call me big brother.
My thing is this, bro. Like, we're not going to sit here and act like the Packers haven't had one of the most favorable situations in team history. Brother. No. Can you name another franchise that just had 3 generational quarterbacks just come in between Bart Starr, Brett Favre, and
Brett Favre are 30 years apart, bro.
I was about to say, how far apart they are?
But again.
I get what you're saying, but they're not.
But again, like, bro, that's to have. I mean,
I don't know, though. You're gonna have to wrap this up.
No, I get what he's saying. If you want to talk about
right
from
now.
90,
how's that nonsense?
I mean, but you can't blame for like doing what the GMs are supposed to do. They see the talent at the quarterback position, they drafted and they develop it. So I can't. Brett Favre wasn't drafted by them, but they traded for him. They developed him. So I can't. I can't go with your point because it's like they did the hard work and got these guys, either drafted them or traded for them and developed them. And that's it is what it is.
Hey, JMIK,
you could have drafted Brett Favre and you could have traded for Brett Favre.
JMIK, it's funny. I'm glad you said it because again, I always fall back on it because it goes into my point and my narrative, of course. My thing is this, bro. Who is the best Chicago Bears quarterback in history?
It's got to be the dude that won you that Super Bowl in '86. I would say.
It's Jay Cutler had better numbers than Jim McMahon. But that Super Bowl was off the back of Walter Payton. But
he was still the quarterback. He
was a placeholder.
We're all not that old. Like I wouldn't even born at that time yet. But all I'm saying is like, he was the quarterback.
No. See, look, I wouldn't say I would never disrespect Jim McMahon and say that. I'm just saying though, because look, again, we're not. When you think of the Chicago Bears, what is our team identity been? The monsters. We've been a defensive powerhouse.
I didn't even know these niggas had an identity. But go ahead.
funny guy. Anyway, as I was saying, when it comes to my team, every team is known for something. We were known as a super defensive team. A lot of our Hall of Famers, defense, right?
Yeah, that's true.
I can say this. I'm only 29 years old. I'm only 29 years old. I've never known us to have an offensive identity outside of having a generational running back, and we've only had what, 2? Because obviously I say Matt Forte and Walter Payton. Not saying Matt Forte's up there, Walter Payton, but he was a great running back for what he was, obviously. But it's like we've never had in an offensive ass league, especially in this day and age. Going into this, we've never had an offensive identity. The only other Super Bowl we made with Lovie Smith, we had one of the greatest defenses of all time. With Brian Urlacher, we had one of the greatest kick returners. That was our greatest offensive weapon. Our damn kick returner, Devin Hester.
Oh
man, I don't know if you call one of the greatest defensive of all. I don't even know that's one of the greatest defense of the 2000s.
Man, look, clearly I have my bias, so it is what it is. But either way, because can't nobody kill me by that for one. But my thing is this: we had it to where our defense was doing us so much favors, and between our ownership and our GM, because again, we're a 100-year-old team. Virginia McCaskey just passed away at 100 and something years old, so she's been there since the end of the groundwork. You feel me? So this is a team that where the old values of like, oh, defense is going to cover us, and we can't do that in this league. This is a league where they let you play less defense because of ticky-tack penalties, protecting quarterbacks, blah, blah, blah. You have to have some kind of offensive identity. We are just now getting into that. We're playing catch-up after decades and decades of mediocrity on one side of the ball and generational play on the other side of the ball. You got to have a more of a healthy balance instead of just, we can lean on defense to score for us and make stops. No, you got to have an offense that can keep your defense fresh, but also score for you as well. And we just now getting to that.
I mean, if he doesn't have a bad point, because if you look back at that double doink season, that defense was really, really good. And if it wasn't for the offense, they might have actually made some noise in the playoffs.
Okay,
because it's not as if, I mean, again, I'm always here to downtrodden the Bears. It is what it is. But for their defensive,
we still punch up now
prowess, it's the offense. They've had nobody good at quarterback. They've had no real offensive coordinator sustainability. What are we looking at? 3 OCs for Caleb, and that's just Caleb. I think Jay had 8 OCs in his tenure.
He basically had a new one damn near every year he was there.
Every year. I mean, there's nobody. I think if I don't want to get the quote or the statistic wrong, but I believe it's a new OC, a new system every year since like 2012 or 2013 or something like that. And you can't gain any kind of sustained success if every year I'm changing a playbook, every year I'm changing your verbiage, every year I'm changing, and even if it's just slight changes, I can't get any kind of continuity with my players. And then I'm getting a new head coach. And then I'm getting a new GM, and then and then the cycle restarts over and over again. So again, it is fun to see what they've done as a Packers fan, but as a football fan, you're just like, get it to fucking together now.
The last semblance of continuity and consistency we had died when we fired Lovie Smith when he went 10-6 in his last season with us. After that, it was a carousel of head coaches. It's been a carousel of QBs either drafted or traded for. That cartoon ass character from the damn who the hell we trade for? Oh my god, I can't think of his name. How mad I hate it. He was just built goofy as hell. But we traded for Nick Foles as well too. We had goddamn Andy Dalton on our team at one point. Like, come on, bro. we literally just we drafting and picking up generational defensive pieces.
Yeah.
When it came to offense, we sitting there throwing up a Hail Mary, praying that it'll work in our favor, and it never did. Until we.
If it wasn't for the Browns and the Jets, the Bears would be at the bottom.
You said you drafted a generational what?
Hey, C. Henry, is the fellas your people?
You said what?
That's me. That's me in there.
Okay. Oh, he said time for Detroit to get one, man. Hey, man. Hey, listen, Brian.
Nah, they cool.
Man.
Are they cool?
Yeah, they cool.
They gotta stay with Minnesota for a little bit longer.
Yeah, stay down there.
We gotta separate from the pack, baby. It's time. It's our time, man.
Oh man, you gotta get out of
the city.
You trying to leave it down to 11 teams then, huh? That ain't got one. Okay.
Wait, hold on. Who said? I just caught that. Who said what? If it wasn't for who the Bears be the worst?
I don't know. Somebody said if it.
Man, I don't know who said it.
Yeah,
somebody said it, but might I add You know, it's teams in our division that have never seen Super Bowl grass.
Oh.
I'm not gonna say no names though. You know.
Oh shit.
Minnesota.
I'm just saying. You know, it could be a lot worse.
Pop, you petty.
When it come down
Detroit.
to that, if we doing that, I'm just
so is there 2 teams in your division and they ain't made it?
I know for a fact. Never seen a Super Bowl ever.
Well, I mean, like the Vikings and the Lions don't have
watch this year. You seen it be
how the Vikings made it?
Listen.
I think the Vikings have made.
It's one of my favorite. It's one of my favorite stats because I had to screenshot it.
They made the Super Bowl.
I had to screenshot it. It's one of my favorite stats because I was getting into it with a Lions fan who's also one of my close friends. The 4 teams that have yet to ever reach the Super Bowl was Detroit, the Browns, the Jaguars, and the Texans. Those are the 4 teams that have never seen a bowl game. And shout out to the Niners. They had me scared for a minute that a few years ago, but they beat them in the NFC Championship and kept the streak alive. Shout out to y'all boys. Keep
the Jags and the Texans are like 30 years old.
Yeah.
And so that's even worse for the Lions, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And the
the thing I say about the the thing I say about the Vikings,
oldest team in that
history with the Bills though, because those are the only 2 franchises that make it to 4 Super Bowls and not win any. So
you said who?
I mean, like the Vikings and the Bills are the only 2 franchises that make it to 4
the Bills and the Vikings.
Yeah, to not win any.
Yep.
And if I'm not mistaken, the Vikings made all those Super Bowls in the 70s, and they lost all them joints in the 70s.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So in the
okay.
Since we're doing this, top 10 winning percentages of all time, everybody has at least 2 Super Bowls except the Minnesota Vikings.
Crazy stuff.
We winning games, just not the good ones.
My personal favorite Vikings memory was when they went against the Giants, and I said Kirk Cousins is who he is, and he threw a check down on 4th and long and lost the game. That was, beautiful.
That's
beautiful.
Crazy.
Bro, like again, I'm a numbers guy, I'm a stats guy, I'm a hater, but I have a photographic memory. So when I talk ball, I talk from, yes, I can obviously speak from my bias, but when it comes down to the nitty-gritty, I can be real and analyze shit from a non-biased standpoint. So again, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna talk my shit, but when I talk my shit, I'm gonna back it up with facts. That's the difference.
Yeah, I mean, my only thing with that whole Kirk Cousins check down shit is I remember watching that shit, and I wasn't even a Vikings fan. I was pissed. And I was pissed just for the simple fact, I think it was like 4th and 12, and this nigga throw a 5-yard pass. I'm like, the fuck kind of shit is this, man?
For one, RG3 getting hurt was the greatest thing for his career because if you remember, he got drafted from Michigan State as RG3's backup. RG3's leg went to shit. Then he became a starter. Then he became the world's greatest scammer. 13 years, all of that bread, more bread than Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, this, that, and the third. You a top 10 highest paid quarterback of all time, and you got 1 damn postseason?
I mean, I can't hate on Kirk for that, man.
I can't. Because he's a terrible person. I can't for sure.
If niggas want to pay you, they gonna pay you. I can't hate him for that.
Players getting the most money they can because they're gonna come a point where you can't. So get your bread while you can get it.
I can't even.
Hey, J-Mick, let me ask you something, brother. Let me ask you something. If you
check your phone,
J-Mick, let me ask you something. If you, as an owner of a team or GM, one of the two, whichever, right? If you see a guy like Kirk Cousins. And you look at his career, let's say this is Kirk Cousins leaving Minnesota before he gets to Atlanta, right? If you look at his career resume, you see that he just recently came off of a leg injury. Are you paying him 180 M's?
I mean, personally, I blame it on the GMs. I don't blame it on Kirk and his agent. You dumb enough to pay him. So I can't, like I said, something you learn about me is I'm always pro player, man. Like I'm always for the players getting their money because the owners are billionaires. I don't really care about the owners, to be honest with you. Like, for me, it's the players thing. And if you can go out there and get the bag to a dumb team wanting to pay you, then that's their fault. I can't.
No, I hear you, but I'm pro Jesus, and obviously Kirk Cousins isn't. So there's that. And again, don't be surprised when he segues.
How you know Kirk ain't pro Jesus? That might be why he keep getting blessed like that.
Man, look, don't lie on God like that. Look, my thing is this. when Kirk Cousins inevitably shifts from stealing money in football to a seasoned political career, and then all of that tomfoolery comes out, I'll be sitting here drinking my iced tea saying, I told y'all, niggas. I told y'all. But it's cool, though. I know what Kirk Cousins is. I see him for what he is.
I mean, if Kirk Cousins was turned out to be a conservative, I wouldn't be surprised.
He met, first and foremost, he met with Donald Trump and shook his hand. So that right there,
I don't really care. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I really don't care about that shit like that. But
no, I mean, me neither. But for my narrative, it fits though. So I'm gonna use that obviously. But
but I mean, like I said, man, if you know, like, and that's how I look at all sports. If you're a GM of a team and you're dumb enough, it's like the 76ers. You were dumb enough to give Paul George a 4-year contract. That's on you. I'm not gonna blame the player for that. I'm gonna blame you, and that's what it's gonna be. But
I'm gonna blame you for asking for that because he did ask for that in my mind.
Before Jigga get on the mic, man. Hey, listen. I appreciate y'all for popping in, man. Today is a record-setting day, man. We got the highest views on our live stream we've ever had on this show, man. We need 5 more people, man. Hey, man, if y'all can share this out, 5 more people, we'll hit 300 for the day, man. 5 more people, we'll have 300 in here, man. Can y'all share it out? 5 people share it out. You'll get 5 people. We'll be at 300, man. It'll be lovely, man. And run them likes up for us, please. Jigga, you ready? You ready to talk about JJ McCarthy, KOC, and what's his name, Brian Flores? Or is Jigga tied up at work and can't get back on the mic? Because I think he got the best play call in the division, though.
He do. I think that that O'Connell system, you just gotta manage the game because you got the weapons, you got the players. The only thing I have about Minnesota is I feel like they've been kind of patchworking that tackle position, specifically left tackle, for a while. So want to see if they can. I don't know if they addressed it this offseason. We'll see. But I just think you need a decent online. You don't need like elite to work for his system. And JJ just gotta steer the ship because you got the guys.
I think they need a quarterback.
Well, I mean, what I'll say is, like, answer Pop's quite like left tackle is pretty much solid because they got Darisaw. He just got to be healthy. Like I think he tore his ACL last year, but he should be back this year. Like if he's healthy, I mean,
then
he's top 5, top 10. I mean, like left tackles in football conversation. So
yeah, that's my thing though. Because didn't he go out like
I think
part of the year or something like that?
Nah, he went out middle of the year because then they had to trade. They traded the Jags for Cam Robinson. I think he went out. Yeah, for Cam. I think he went out on that Monday Night Football game. I forgot who they were playing.
Did they let Cam walk?
Yeah, Cam was a free agent, and Cam went down to the Texans.
Yeah, Cam with the Texans now.
But I mean, if you if you hear the reports out of Texans training camp, I mean, he kind of getting his butt whipped right now. So I don't. I mean, Cam
not
Robinson,
surprised.
I mean, Cam is like hit or miss. Like either he really good or he really bad. So
yeah, but to a certain point, I'm just saying, I feel like they think JJ is the guy because that's the only reason why you let Donald walk, right? You feel like he's healthy, he can be that guy for y'all. We'll see though, because he ain't played a snap in the league. So
and I think
you just gotta see how that works.
I think the real issue for the Vikings was the interior offensive line, but they assigned what's his name? Like what's his name? Will Fries, I think his name is. They signed him to guard in free agency, and then I think the Patriots we signed their center, who the dude was dog shit. I don't know why we signed him, but we signed him, and I think they drafted a center or a guard in the draft too. So I think they're trying to address the interior, but that's the main issue.
Guys from Indy.
Say what? They took both from Iowa. Yeah.
I think the center. I can't think who the center name is from over there. I think they grabbed him with Will Freeze.
Yeah, so it's like so they're trying to, like, their interior wasn't good last year. I mean, everybody that ain't no secret.
Yeah.
So I mean, they're trying to address that. So I mean, if they, because they already got 2 solid tackles, if they can address the interior, that offensive line gonna be pretty good.
I'm sorry, Brian. You talking a lot, and your team is not like having a positive record in the Super Bowl. Like y'all below 500.
We one game below. I'm just
saying, like You talking?
But we ain't go 4
losing.
times straight. We ain't go 4 times in our existence, lose all 4. I mean, damn, that would be bad.
I'm hearing you, Smitty, but I'm
gonna
just
Real
saying
quick.
you pumping it like the Eagles been doing their thing in the Super Bowl, and that's not the case. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, if you want to close it off to the last 10 years, I guess you could make that argument. But
real quick, as a side
100
note,
years of football.
okay.
I mean, I ain't saying how many years there's in existence, man.
Real quick, as a side note, I just realized
we can't do the 100 years of football and then not include everything. Now we can't go back to 2033 and then just leave and just include Super Bowl. We're going back to 65, bro. We're gonna go to 65, and I got 2. Damn, I'm 2 and 3. I'm 2 and 3 right now. 2 and 3.
I will say I did just realize outside of obviously my division and JMIK, I played some people in my non-division games this season too. My brother Sir and Smitty. So
Yeah, you get Simon Belt. I told you what it was.
Don't lose, brother.
Okay.
Don't lose, brother.
I mean, we already got something on it anyway. I mean, so
I'm just saying. Look, don't lose. Don't.
Would you like to place a small wager on that game, good sir?
Come on, man. Talk to me, man. What's up, man? U.S. currency, man. Greenbacks, all of that. What's up, man?
Talk to me. What you want to do?
We could do Amex, look, Cash App, Apple Pay, whatever you want, man. What you feeling, man?
Let's put a picture.
He said he's a man of many currencies.
You feel me? You said a light 100?
Yeah, like 100, like
okay. Hey, that's on Black Friday too. That's some good shopping right there. I ain't mad at that. Hey, lock it in. Lock it in, then. Hey, lock it in, brother. You know, hey, you ever seen a bear and a bear and an eagle fight? You know what would happen? What you think would
I'm
happen,
taking
brother?
your eyes, bro. I'm gonna take your eyes. I'm gonna
smell. It's cool. Hey, windmill. You seen a bear windmill? Watch. It's gonna happen.
Windmill.
I can see Caleb fight for his life against the dog.
Hey, Smitty. Hey, Smitty. I'm gonna have a new coat, brother. When it's all said and done. Yeah, I'm gonna have a new coat. Yeah.
Hey, sir. See, I don't never show my hat collection, right? But I think I might add, you know what I mean, to it. You know what I mean, to it.
You know what? I might leave the skull on the coat. Make it a whole hoodie.
Yeah.
Sir is insane.
You know,
I might give me. Hey, look, bro. I'm gonna get a hat, and the brim gonna be bare.
You know, while it is illegal in America to hunt eagles, I might just be the first person with an eagle themed scarf. You know, pure real eagle leather. You know, I'm just saying.
Sorry,
I'm gonna try that on. You know what I'm saying?
I did pro bono because it ain't gonna be one. That's gonna be a donation, man. we don't want to leave you out here naked. So
I'm just saying, brother. Just saying, you know, I'm gonna wear that eagle like it's a little pelt on my shoulder, you know, just with a badge of honor. You know, we'll see though Black Friday.
And it's only one team in your division that worried me.
In the division, who y'all think winning it?
Me.
Can I say this?
Easy work.
It's so weird because just off of what happened recently, the Lions.
Man, ain't nobody trying to hear all that shit, man. Who's your pick?
Now, look, I'll say, as I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted.
I'm sorry.
Thank you, brother. I will say it's weird because, okay, I won't say Minnesota. I don't know what everyone sees where it's like they're just going to take that huge leap. Yes, they had a good season, but
what do you mean?
I'm not a JJ. As much as I like Kevin O'Connell, I'm not a big JJ McCarthy believer, and I think he's going. This is his true first rookie season. I think it's going to be a learning path, a learning curve for him. So I don't know, but I think the Lions probably just on paper, they got the best chance to win the division. Yes, they lost 8 head coaches, but they still have a semblance of consistency with their players.
Give me first place and last place. Give me first place and last place.
First place. First place Lions, last place Packers.
Hey, real quick.
I can't be mad at that.
Before C. Lou go, C. Henry go. Breaking news: Joe Mixon has went down with a foot injury, and he's expected to miss multiple weeks.
That's not good.
Damn. Nick Chubb season.
Yeah, I was about to say, like,
set him up.
Nick Chubb.
Go ahead, C. Henry. First and last. Give me first place. Give me last.
Us is first. And I'm gonna put Chicago. I'm gonna put Chicago in last, but I think they are much improved. I think they win probably 7-8 games. I think it's gonna be a tough division. and it wouldn't surprise me if we get 3 teams in the playoffs again.
Feels
not predicting, but
feels a little, biased, but it's cool.
Nacho, first place, last place.
First place Packers, last place Bears. Packers haven't finished 4th in 20 years. I understand, yada yada yada. Since 2020, we've also won the division 2 times, so that's 2 times in 5 years. So we're still running. We won 6 in 2010. So yeah, I think it's us at number 1. But yeah, man, I can't see the Bears winning anything more than 7 games.
I hope you win in the division too, because that gives me a chance to go to Green Bay and beat Jordan Love in Green Bay like we used to do Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, well, hopefully you don't take another year off again and you can make it.
I know. Hopefully, yeah.
Okay.
You gotta be healthy though, so I get it.
He ain't take a year off. He just took some injuries, man. That's all.
No. We took a year off. We took it, so we'll be back. We'll be back.
Never mind. I ain't gonna even do that.
I just really love Lincoln with the good brother, Nacho in the playoffs. That's all. It's always a good time. So
if only you can link with us in the Super Bowl, right, brother?
Now, y'all, my Super Bowl rule. Okay, like listen. If you are looking at my tail lights, you don't get to talk to me about Super Bowls if I don't bring it up. You've only lived in the world looking at my tail lights. I mean, JMIK started there and then he passed me. Okay. So I can at least clap for him. Like he started his career looking at my tail lights, then he looking me eye to eye, and then he was looking at his rear view. You've always been looking at my tail lights. And you always will be.
Mm-hmm. But you said your thing started in 2012. Is that because Aaron won a Super Bowl before that, and you haven't won one since 2010? Is that why you started?
Listen, that's cool.
Is that why you start the record between us?
With your friend, is Aaron Rodgers on your team right now?
No, he's not on my team right now.
Because the guy that beat you
is Joe Montana on your team right now.
Listen, I don't need Joe Montana because the last time we played, the guy that beat you is on my team right now.
Yeah.
Right now. Uh-huh. So go ahead, man. Cut it out. Catch up, Buttercup.
Okay.
Hey man, but we at the 2.5 hour mark.
Was you like a teenager the last time you won a Super Bowl, or was you able?
Yeah. And you know what else I was? Last time you was looking at my tail lights, a teenager, just like I am a grown ass man. Because I only lived in a world where I was ahead of you.
Yeah, you've only lived. Have you won a Super Bowl as an adult? Were you able to drink when you won one?
Nope, and I'm still ahead of you.
That's crazy.
Even though you was on the board like 2 Super Bowls in 30 years before me.
I was a kid excited, and then I got to pop champagne in 2010. That was fun.
You had a 2 Super Bowl head start and 30 years, and I passed you twice. And then you had to catch up. Okay.
All
right.
So it would hit more. It would hit more.
It do hit
like 30. It doesn't. It doesn't.
It does.
It hits as well as the Cowboys predictions every year. That's as well.
You have never lived in a world where you wasn't looking at my tail light.
You've never been an adult and celebrated like I have.
I don't care. I've seen more than you.
That's how much I don't. No, you haven't.
I've seen. How many Super Bowls did Gary say?
My bad. You 50. I forgot. You 50. I thought you was young.
Damn.
My bad.
45. Well, go ahead.
Closer to 50. I get it.
So I've seen more than
you. Yeah. True.
Yeah. I've seen more.
Praying for the Montana days, you act right.
No, I'm not, because the guy that I have now, he gets the job done.
Couldn't get it done. No,
he was better than your guy. He was better than your guy.
But he wasn't good enough, was he?
Well, your guy clearly wasn't good enough because he went the fuck home.
Hey, so we both sitting at the couch with no rings. What's your point?
No, I wasn't sitting at the couch. You don't sit at the same couch as me. The Cowboys do. The Cowboys sit at the same couch as me. You're behind me. You keep forgetting that. You're behind me. You're beneath me. You're with the Giants and the Chiefs and whoever else got 4. You with them.
Yeah.
You got to stick to the rivers and the lakes that you used to, brother.
Yeah.
Hey,
And
but
don't
look, we at
rush
the
with the
2.5 hour mark. These niggas going. But hey, look, we appreciate the 307 people that's in here chilling with us right now, man. We gonna get up out of here. We ain't gonna hold y'all all day. It's 2:00. I know people got things to do, but this was a very interesting podcast. Next week we will be finishing up the NFC with another ghetto division.
Going back to the top.
Hold on.
Going
Hey,
back to the top.
we bringing the trap back. You know, the NFC East started it
Y'all
off.
better watch out, cause I'm gonna be honest. Y'all be like, oh, it's the ghetto,
Hey,
all
bruh.
this, and I be seeing how y'all niggas be acting and behaving.
They do be acting up, Pop.
Who be acting up?
Pop
You
the
NFC
East.
East niggas.
I said we bringing it back. NFC
No,
East
y'all
Bruh.
got
is
it.
one,
Y'all
but the
got
South
it.
is too.
Your little Commanders cousins done brought a lot of hatred to your division.
Hey, look,
Yeah,
they hype, man. They feeling good. They loving it. You know what I
Them
mean?
niggas got beef with everybody.
They better make the
Everybody.
playoffs. Shit, that's all I can say. Shit, if you miss the playoffs, you know how many people gonna be in those spaces?
I mean, everybody gonna be in them places
They
regardless. It
gonna do
don't matter.
numbers, dog.
Dude,
They
I
you
know
gonna have
I'll be.
you gonna have
Hey,
200 people in the queue.
remember that year the Bills lost and they had like 1,000 people in the space?
That's what it's gonna be.
It's gonna be one of those.
That's what it's gonna be, man.
But hey, man, we appreciate y'all, man, for the 308 people now that's here. We're gonna get up out of here. We're gonna let Pop go ahead and
Appreciate y'all.
give us the final words. But we say thank you to Jigga, Nacho, Simo, and C Henry, man. Y'all tap in with them boys. We all on Twitter, man. So we all have good ball talk, man. It's fun to be able to reach out to some guys, man, and they come in. We have a pretty much, bro. Honest to God, truth. We got a consensus on how it's gonna go. 3 out of the 4 people said the Lions first. You know what I mean? Because Nacho tried to say the Packers, but we all know he pulling the lid. Because I heard him talking earlier before we asked him out loud. He said it's still the Lions and Vikings division to win. So
in July. July.
Yeah.
That's scared money, but yeah, I'm gonna be easy on my good brother Nacho.
No,
this is how we talk to each other. We get into it every time.
We do. No, it's like very key that when you speak and listen, you listen to every word that is said, because if you don't, you'll be like Smitty and just ramble on things that don't make sense. I said right now in July.
You said it's the Lions and the Vikings.
It's the Lions.
I ain't ramble. What you need to ramble on is how to beat the Eagles, because we steady beating your head in every time you run up on me. That's what's happening.
Don't worry, we got you figured out.
I still see the white meat from last year when we was in that thing.
Hey, Smitty, it's almost like same girl, ain't it?
Yeah. I own realty in motherfucking Green Bay, Wisconsin. Nigga, what the fuck? You can't talk to me crazy, man. I be busting your head every time you run across the schedule.
Just know I
finally got to play you in the
playoffs. If I'm as ass as y'all say I am, you wouldn't be so proud about beating me. Okay, look,
I didn't say you was ass. I didn't say you was ass.
I'm not saying you. No, you know better. My thing is like
I just enjoy it, brother. That's all.
Oh, Jigga back to say goodbye too.
What happened?
Green Bay is my third oldest op. It started with the Giants, and then the Cowboys wanted to jump in it, and then these musty motherfuckers came behind the Cowboys. So it's always fuck the Giants, fuck the Cowboys, and fuck the Packers. Always and forever.
Always and forever. Say it again.
Always and forever. Fuck the Packers.
Say the last one again, though.
Fuck the Cowboys and fuck the Giants.
My division loves to, hate or whatever. It's fun. So I just like to say thank y'all. This was a good time. See Henry, is it Simo? I don't want to just.
It's Simo, but I'm impartial or whatever. I don't really trip over anyone.
Simo, and then Jigga, of course, Pop, JMIK, Smitty, everybody. Thank y'all. This was fun.
Oh shit!
I would just like to remind everyone that no matter what happens at the end of every season, the Green Bay Packers are everybody. are in everybody's house. Every single team,
Man, here he
every
goes.
Get the fuck out of here.
single team in the NFL wants to do one
Man,
thing:
get your ass out of here.
hold my
Hey, real
coach
quick.
above their head.
Don't
They
nobody
want to
want to be no
hold
fucking
my
Packers
coach.
fan.
They want my coach at the end of the season. They want to hold that Lombardi trophy. Remember, it's a Lombardi trophy, baby.
Oh my
There ain't
God.
nothing but a
Get the fuck out of
Lombardi
here.
around these
Yeah, you
parts,
kidding me?
man.
You probably got a pack train set to the
Everybody
New York.
wants to be Lombardi, the greatest that ever
Hey,
was.
real quick,
is.
before
But
Pop take us out, and we got
I
breaking.
do like y'all a lot, man.
Vikings
Thank
have
y'all so much for having me.
The Vikings have extended Josh, the safety. I don't know how to say it last name. Yeah, 3 years, $36 million.
I mean, that's a good
Go
deal.
Blue, baby.
Yeah, and before Pop, take us out here. I mean, for our guests, I mean, do y'all got like podcasts that y'all want to plug or something like that, or what?
For sure. If I can, man. Thank you guys for having me, man. Definitely catch us next week on the Enters the Lab podcast. You can find out on the Red Zone in the Lab YouTube channel, and also catch me on the Fellas Present Sports Rap on Spotify. So yeah, thank you, man. Thank you, JMIK, for allowing me to plug our show, brother.
For sure.
No problem.
I don't
next
have.
time I can put on a better show.
Now we gonna we're gonna do something like maybe like somewhere in the middle of the season, bro. I think we're gonna just run it back. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
maybe do it a little
catch
bit
up and see where everybody
maybe
at.
not week by week, but maybe you know what I mean. Bring in.
I don't have an actual podcast that I do on a weekly basis, but I'm a part of a Shakedown Media Sports crew. So it's a predominantly New York Giants based fan base, but it also covers the NFL, baseball, basketball, and all kinds of sports media. So at Shakedown Sports Media Network out there on Twitter. But yeah, that's the only one. Yeah, that's pretty much all I got for y'all, man. Thank y'all.
I got an idea for y'all though.
Real quick before we go to most of us in here know each other from spaces, particularly the community Gridiron Bullies. They run every day, well not every day, Monday through Friday, 10 to whatever. Sometimes it's 2, sometimes it's 10. So that's where the majority of us be at when we talk about we know each other on Twitter.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Y'all should do this. Y'all should do this every 5 games, and then the last remaining, like a playoff, interval, like going into the playoffs.
Nigga, we need to get your Wi-Fi together first. You over here
I
talking
know,
about
but
plans and shit,
I'm
nigga.
at work, bro.
What the
Listen,
fuck?
I'm at work.
You on that
I'm
fucking
at
Biden
work.
phone and shit. you been roaming all day.
Yeah, I told you what I do.
All right, go ahead, Pop.
I'm fucking with you, Jigger.
Oh, real quick. I just wanted my bad. I just wanted to say, I ain't got no podcast to plug, but I myself, I bring the energy of a podcast. You ever want to talk sports? Follow me on Twitter, hit me up, whatever. I'll be in spaces with Sir, Pop, Smitty. Checking motherfuckers. Anybody who want to say something about Chicago football, gotta speak to me first at the end of the day, because I'm gonna say what I gotta say, narrative and all. You feel me? So follow me on Twitter, blah blah blah, and obviously, I'm gonna be with the CheckDown Offseason too.
Hey, Simo.
Appreciate it, man.
I know that voice. Hey, Simo.
What's the word, bro?
If JJ McCarthy have a Caleb Williams year, we might go to the NFC Championship.
You said hold on. You said what?
If JJ McCarthy has a 2024 Caleb Williams year, we might go to the NFC Championship.
Hey, and I'm glad you enjoy playing Madden so avidly. Definitely get Madden 26 so you can make that a reality. I don't know about actual real life, but hey, we all free to dream, brother. It's cool. I respect it.
Hey, we got y'all week 1. What you want to do?
Oh shit!
But come on, U.S. currency, greenbacks, Apple Pay, Cash App. Come on, man, talk to me, man.
All right, talk. All right, we could go 50 bones.
50 ball, that's nothing. Oh, and by the way, If Jordan Addison gets suspended, that bet's still on too. Don't back out now.
I ain't worried about it.
Okay.
If we got a
remember
quarterback,
because last year
quarterback clause.
Hey, listen, last year we did hold Justin Jefferson to 28 yards in one game. I remember that, but I'm just saying we might have a plan.
But we still won. That's
but congratulations. But Jalen Johnson got him wiped down. But go ahead on, man. Go ahead.
It's not just Jalen Johnson. It's Jalen Johnson. It's Jalen Johnson,
the real
JJ,
linebacker.
It's Jalen Johnson,
I saw
the
a lot of
linebacker,
game,
the safety, the other corner. It's not just Jalen Johnson.
Jalen Johnson got y'all wiped down, man. Stop it, bro. Come on, man. Enough.
All right, go ahead, Pop. Take us out of here.
All right, bet. Remember to subscribe to the YouTube page, follow the Twitter page, join the Twitter community. We're trying to get that more active. Tap in with us next Saturday at 11:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And remember to tell a friend to tell a friend. We'll see y'all next week.
We out.